the next 3 hours, we'll take you through the best rugby the Super 12s had to offer. Round by round, we'll put you in the thick of the action as a truly super season unfolded. Could anyone stop the Canterbury Crusaders? In 2002, the men from Christchurch blitzed their way through a record season undefeated. With the Rugby World Cup looming, the Kiwi challenge looks strong, particularly from the Auckland Blues. Across the Tasman, the Aussies aim to go beyond the semis and shake loose the Kiwi grip on the cup. And the South Africans are ready to pounce after a poor showing last year. Season 2003 kicked off with all local derbies except for one match. Blues flew to Sydney determined to hit the ground running.
Building up here at Aussie Stadium despite the inclement weather. No kicking tees, remember, in 2003. Super 12 underway in Australia. World Cup year. What a year we're going to have.
That's fine.
Divine, IE, calling this time Muliana into the play. And it's been knocked down by a Waratahs. Playing advantage here for the Blues. It will be a penalty.
Lock on. Man ahead of him. That's man.
Arini IE in for Carlos Spencer. Can he put the first points on the board? It's there. Great start. Divine putting it in behind McGoldrick. Cross now to Rogers, running into the traffic. Fryer.
The court squeeze ball is on his feet. The court in squeeze ball position has got through.
Just a quick explanation, you'll notice that is regarded as, it's called a squeeze ball, and it's not allowed this season. They've changed the rules slightly. See that trying to... what it does is delays the ball going out, but also protects it from the defenders. You'll see that that has been outlawed. It's a natural reflex.
Well, this is a great position for the Blues, and down the short side they go. Real pressure on the Waratahs defence now. It was sloppy ball, and so they can't go anywhere at the moment. Divine smothered there, 5 metres out. The Blues lead 3-0. There it is.
Last line. Play on.
Flavel running off the fly half. Again, 5 metres out.
Problems out on the left for the Waratahs.
IE, oh, great ball on the inside, and there's the first try of the match. It was Joe Wokofoko, the Fijian flyer, but he didn't have to do much there. Great work, Arini IE. The inside pass, and the first try goes to the Blues. It was a beauty. Dunning. Oh, big defence. He was driven back by Braid and also Rush. McRae. Oh! Trouble here. The race is on. Burke called upon to pull out the big ones.
Oh, who has won it? Muliaina was there.
But Burke saved the day. I think the rule is that he carried it across.
5-metre scrum.
He carried it across the try line.
This is 12th phase, and they've got a good line out to the left.
McRae got the ball.
Oh,
Great continuity. McRae has a look. Wide they go. Rogers. The tackle had to be made. It's good defence by the Blues. Playing advantage here for the Waratahs. Sheedy, McRae pops it back.
There's a chance.
Hassanine! Oh, he's lost it forward.
13, run away. 13.
After all that, they're playing advantage, so they'll come back for the penalty. What about the continuity of the Waratahs? And pretty good defence by the Blues to hold them out. Burke. He's found the radar. Takiri. Keen to get his hands on the ball.
One out.
And now the turnover. Mialamu. Muliaina. They've got speed to Burke. Thou.
How fast is he?
Rapini, Thou Nimbufa in the corner.
No one else in the Super 12 could have scored that try apart from this man. We only saw him. We were spoilt only for one game last year, and then he was robbed from us. Thou. What a try. You impressed by that, Kernsey? It wasn't on. He had 3 covered defenders. He is the fastest thing going around in Super 12. Made it with plenty to spare in the end, and underneath the lines, the touch judge's legs.
I am struggling to speak. There were 3 blokes there, and I thought they've got him covered for all money. But he just kept going, and Nathan Gray is absolutely no slouch. And I reckon the same thing was going through Grazy's head, thinking, I can't believe how quick this bloke is.
The Blues 15, the Waratahs 6 at half-time. Right they go. McRae inside, Rogers left it behind. Tapu to Williams.
Hasn't he got some
This is
ball
where the
tonight?
Blues are dangerous, out here on their right. They're going left, though.
Muliaina, chased by Burke, and now the speedster. Thou. Back on the inside, Howlett, back over the top, Thou onto Kerry. They won't catch Rapini, Thou Nimbufa from one end of the field to the other. Howlett and Rapini just playing aerial ping pong.
Well, you're calling it. Phil Kearns and I are shaking our head at his pure pace. They now have woken up to the fact that they've got to get it to him. Mills Muliaina went all that way. Have a look at McGoldrick. I think that might be the last time you see him in jersey 11. Why did he worry about throwing it? He should have taken him on. But have a look at this. He's pitted himself into Keary and made him look silly over 10 metres.
Well, it's a 7. These blokes play 7s together, don't they? This is unbelievable.
Howlett was last year's best winger in the world. Now we're having a look at, I think, the man who will be this year's.
Stay down. Ball out.
Waratahs on attack. There it is for Morgan Turinui! Try at long last for the Waratahs. 21 years of age on debut. Morgan Turinui. 26 points to 11, 73rd minute.
One of the schoolboy stars 2 years ago, Turinui. This is a Duncan McRae special. The dummy to throw the long ball and just slip it out there. It did go backwards, it is legal, and Turinui, and just a tick over 100 kilograms for a young man, he is full of power and skill. Try in your first Super 12 game. Well done, son.
I think that may be his first touch.
Pretty close to it.
It was converted by Matthew Burke from right in front. There.
Fryer restarts it quickly.
Picks up a good 10, 15 metres. Gets the momentum going forward. Now it's McRae. Inside he goes. He needs to at least. Picked up by Burke. Great pick up by the captain. The crowd starting to roar. McRae! Duncan McRae, 2 tries in a couple of minutes. It's been a long time coming. 26 points to 18. The Blues have got to be careful. They don't take the foot off the gas here.
Leave it there. White.
Oops. Whoops. The chase is on. Gibson. Try.
Bonus
point. That's the ball game. The Waratahs, they were the ones who just ran out of gas. And David Gibson kicked ahead, had too much pace for them. 31 points to 18. They go home, the Blues, with 5 points in the bank after the first week of Super 12 rugby.
Well, the moment that ties up the bonus points sums up the game. Loose handling error by the Waratahs, fully punished by the replacement halfback Dave Gibson for the Blues. Congratulated there by Rocco. He didn't need him. He just towed the ball through, had too much pace because the Waratahs were on the attack. The Blues have the first bonus point of the 2003 Super 12.
We're underway. The local derby in the driving rain in Brisbane. And first touch for Joe Roff. It didn't take him long to get his hands on the ball after the 12 months off. He kicks straight down to his opposite number. Latham needs a good bounce. Toes it on. What a start. Latham. Will he win the race to the ball? Yeah. Oh, that has to be some sort of a record. Try Queensland. What a start to the Reds. 21 seconds. I'm flat out running 100 metres at that time, let alone scoring a try.
Latham's try was the only high point for the Queensland Reds, who failed to secure a vital home win. The ACT Brumbies, down to 14 men for the last half hour of the match, held on with typical composure. The rest of the round one action looked like this. The Northern Transvaal Bulls won their first Super 12 game since 2001, when they overcame the Transvaal Golden Cats. 29 of their 34 points coming from the boot of 5'8" Louis Kuhn. Willie Walker kicked 8 penalties to keep the Otago Highlanders clear of the willing but inadequate Waikato Chiefs. The Western Stormers picked up a bonus point with 4 tries against the Natal Sharks. Despite a wealth of possession, the Wellington Hurricanes were unable to overcome a composed Crusaders.
So the Bulls were winners last week. Second match of the season for these two teams. McLean Park and Napier with the Hurricanes up against the Bulls from South Africa. And early possession from the kickoff going to the Hurricanes. Jerry Collins it is, who's caught behind the advantage line. Peter Alatini with the kick away to touch, and not a particularly good one either.
Off the scrum 9.
They're going for the pushover.
Look at this, Drakey, you'd like this.
Vandenberg controlling it in the back. Can't get it to the line though.
It's all right. Roll away, tackler.
Funavestes, and on the short side to Uris. What's the decision?
Have a look. Go up, mate.
They're going upstairs.
Time out.
Well, I'm right. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me.
Tricky kick from the sideline for Louis Kuhn. He struck it beautifully though. That's a magnificent kick from a man in terrific form. And the Bulls lead by 10-3.
Well, they're playing really well into the wind here, the Bulls. They're just doing all the basics right. They're using the midfield early on when they take the ball up. And when they kick, they're kicking smartly. There's a real plan they're playing to, and they're getting the desired results.
Well, their coach has a good reputation. Rudy Joubert, missing his ace midfield man, and Tree Scholz. Now here's Tana Umanga. Oh, picked out by Lami Fa'atau. He's got Cullen with him. Christian Cullen, Super 12 try number 49.
Lami Fa'atau to put Cullen away, and a good reply there from the Hurricanes.
Flutie converts, it's 10-all. But again, you can see the Bulls committing themselves, and they've got the turnover. Well, that's slack play by the Hurricanes, and the Bulls have it. Ward managed to knock it back, but it's been picked up. Gosh, they are just hustling and bustling through all the time. Louis Kuhn with the drop goal, and it's over. Well, he knocked over 3 last week. Easy from that distance, and it's a 16-10 lead. Almost up to halfway. Now Spice.
Advantage from the side.
Referee playing advantage to the Hurricanes. Spice reaches in for it. Away it goes to Flutie, just holding it up. Alatini straight up the middle. Peter Alatini got Umanga with him. Beautiful pass in field. Spice. As the magic of the Hurricanes backs, when it works, it's so effective, and they go in front for the first time in the game. Here's a great attacking situation if they can get good scrum ball. They're all switching away to the right, the backs. Now they go to the wall towards the left. It's hacked away though. and belted away downfield by Swartboy. Daniels is flying after it. Daniels against Cullen. Cullen gets to it first, does he? Andrew Cole will go upstairs.
Time out.
Well, I think...
Okay, thank you.
No,
Now, this is...
he hasn't managed to get that there. And who was that figure flashing through there? It's Fricky Welsh, the centre.
Well, for my money, that's a try.
Time on.
It's a try, all right. Just when the Hurricanes looked like they were starting to exert a bit of ascendancy on the game, the Bulls strike back.
Engage.
Will they go for the pushover?
Well, I would. Look at this. This is excellent play.
Beautifully controlled. Here it comes. Oh, it's gone down.
Taken it down badly.
Yeah, penalty try. It's a penalty try. The Bulls strike before half-time.
Well, not much controversy in that either, in my opinion.
Well, we've seen 5 tries in the first half here at McLean Park in Napier, and the Bulls, the side that has never won outside of South Africa, lead the Hurricanes by 30-20 at half-time. Flutie. Well, here's Nonu. Beautifully done. Martin Nonu. He's over. Oh, that's brilliant from Martin Nonu. He's a star on the rise, this fellow. Well, here's Luke Andrews storming back downfield from the kickoff. Oh, he's got it away to Chris Malsoy. He's got plenty of support with him. Here's the pass. Oh, what a try. Rodney Soriano. Hurricanes go back in front, and they've got a bonus point.
And how quickly can it turn?
No, he didn't let it go. Louis Kuhn. This is 10 points tonight. This to race to 50 for the season already. No problem again. Louis Kuhn has raised 50 points in less than 2 matches, and the Bulls are back in front 36-34. This is such an important scrum.
Go this way, Blue.
The Hurricanes can get out of this. It'll be a real boost.
Go square, please.
If the Bulls can score,
Crouch and hold.
they'll know that glory is just 15 minutes away. Better scrum. Oh, intercepted a try to Vickers van Eerden. Try to the Bulls, and it's a bonus point try. And who knows, has it set them on the path to a famous win?
Well, this one's a wee bit out. Matt, what do you reckon? I mean,
I'm very interested. He's about 42, 43 metres, I suppose, on the angle.
when we put the mockers on him, I mean...
I know, but he's worth talking about when somebody's got 15 out of 15 in the first 2 rounds, and particularly in the breeze that's here at McLean Park. His whole style is it's effortless. There's not a lot to it. There's not a lot of deliberation. He builds in nice momentum when he addresses the ball, and it's been very successful.
His most difficult kick yet. And once again, he's nailed it. And the Bulls are set to break the longest losing streak in Super 12 rugby.
Well,
Last scrum, here we go.
I'll be having a quiet beer tonight, I think.
So who'd have gone or not?
I hope it's quiet. We're staying in the same hotel.
Engage.
Vesthuizen puts it in. Inspiration to his team. The arms go in the air. A famous win for the Bulls. At last they've won in New Zealand. 46-34. Fantastic goal kicking from Louis Kuhn. desperate defence, and an excellent effort from their forward pack.
The Chiefs hosted the Blues at Hamilton, and the game was remembered for all the wrong reasons. It was to be a short Super 12 season for Auckland Blues Troy Flavel. A brain explosion saw the fiery lock stomp on the head of Chiefs hooker Greg Smith.
Well, there's some hefty footwork going in there on Greg Smith.
Touch judges in here, touch judges in.
Flavel's reckless thuggery earned him a red card and a 3-month suspension. Forced to play most of the match with 14 men, the Blues rallied brilliantly to hold the Chiefs out. Not only did the Blues manage to win, they picked up a bonus point for 4 tries. 2 to their sensational winger, Rupini Valdambuka. The Highlanders gave the Stormers a rude start to their Trans-Tasman tour. The Bulls continued their great start to the season when they notched up their first ever Super 12 win outside South Africa. It was red faces at Jade Stadium where the Crusaders took Queensland to the cleaners. In Durban, the Sharks held off the Brumbies. And the Waratahs opened their South African tour with a bonus point win over the Cats. After round 2, the Crusaders and Blues edged in front with another bonus point win each. The Bulls found themselves in 4th beneath the Highlanders. The Waratahs, Stormers and Brumbies settled into the middle order. The Sharks got among the points after beating the Brumbies, while the Chiefs, Hurricanes, Reds and Cats remained winners.
That should be a beauty. Hammett with the first line-out throw for his team, and Chris Jack wins it. Here's Carter. Caleb Ralph straight ahead, but losing the ball in the tackle. Scooped up by Sam Tuitupol. Brad Mika. Chance to break out here for the Blues. Big strong man looking for the pass back in field to Tuitupol. It's been lost forward.
No advantage. Well, that's the sort of rugby to expect from the Blues. Scraps of possession, they'll just gun it. They've shown they've declared their hand.
No problem. And Devine has it again. Spencer on the short side. Oh, nice little break from Spencer. He's got Howlett with him. The penny down. Going for the corner. Blues in front. You can't afford to give him half a chance.
Absolutely outstanding. The timing of the pass. Have a look at them. There were 2 beautiful passes. The little break to start from Carlos. The perfect pass to Howlett. And Howlett didn't muck around. He knew Thou was on the outside. He's running hot. He's scoring, so he just gave him the gap. Have a look at the pass. Beautiful. No one was going to stop that man. No one.
That is his 5th try of the season, and it's taken just a couple of minutes to come. Carlos Spencer so often the spark for a Blues attack, and this guy breaking through the tackle of Leon McDonald. Taking plenty of time about this, Spencer, and why not? There's the result. Beautifully struck kick, beautifully worked try, and the home fans have the flags waving as the Blues lead 7-0 over the defending champions. Spencer to Tuitupol. He'll take the defence over. This time he's got the ball past it to Jack. Ralph Woodenbarker coming back in field. Crusaders work the short side. McDonald. Now McCaw. Marshall wheels away with it. Somerville. Oh, met solid tackling. That's Tuitupol. Marshall up to Aaron Major. Boy, there's some sting in these tackles. Marshall again to Carter. Thorne. They were waiting for him though. Once again, Tuitupol. Gosh, he punches beyond his weight, doesn't he?
Turnover Blues. Well, the timing was all wrong with Thorne on Carter.
14 in the side.
Now Carlos Spencer has placed the ball on halfway. Going to have a shot here, and John, really, that not much of a breeze about. You can see a bit of fluttering of flags. Spencer from halfway.
I'd back him on this.
Oh, yeah, he's struck it. Certainly got the distance and accurate as well. Carlos Spencer from halfway, and the Blues lead by 10-0. Marshall will get it eventually. Kicks away. Rokotoko coming in. Knocked it back. He's got Howlett with him. Howlett decides he'll have a go. He spotted Brad Thorne, and he's got it away to Spencer. Carlos Spencer. Now can he link up with Thalthau? He's got Braid with him. Rapeni Thalthau. And a touch. And shows he probably could have been a good hurdler as well. Yeah. And look at the smiles on the faces of the fans. They just get so excited when this guy goes near the ball. Carlos Spencer comes through. Now they might have extra numbers here on the right, the Crusaders. Here's Ralph. McDonald. Cover got across though for the Blues. Ralph goes in and plays halfback. Now out into centre field, and Carter breaks. Dan Carter. Pulled down by Howlett just short of the line.
Well, he backed himself for speed.
Marshall. Robertson.
15 blue, I want to see him.
Scott Robertson scores. The Crusaders strike back. And Eddie O'Brien wants a word with Doug Howlett.
Well, Scott Robertson feels pretty good about that. He ran into position. He got a beautiful pass.
You check on the last line defence, you let it go, okay? Good.
So it was a structured, manufactured try. Have a look at Carter now. He backed himself with pace here. Had too much for Collins, but he took Howlett on the outside. I mean, great, isn't it, when you have a guard the fastest guy on the All Black side on the outside, and you're a debutant like he is.
And Major returns it. It's going down to Rapeni Thalthau. Now he's got plenty of time to wind up here. Going to have Puninbaka go straight past him. And Marshall. Rapeni Thalthau. Woodcock there. Straight up Batman's track. Went the loose head prop, and the Blues can spread it to the right. Rokotoko puts his head down. Mialamu.
No.
Blues didn't clear it.
Oh, this is some competition.
Now Rokotoko. Devine's gone down. Tui Tupou.
Number 4, red advantage.
O'Brien playing advantage. Brad Thorne was offside. Now Mialamu gets rid of it. Spencer, little jink.
Number 4.
Sandwich, so they'll go back to the penalty.
Listen, but we're gonna flag it.
Well, right in front for Spencer. And it's 13-5.
Big scrum, lost control.
Marshall. Out it goes. Major. Right out in front of the posts. Marshall pops the pass up. Knocked down by Muliaina. Oh, he's done well. Muliaina gets rid of it. Crowd roars. Ball goes into touch and out of jail. Brilliantly done by Mills Muliaina.
Chris, if you hear...
Second half starts at the North Harbour Stadium, and first touch goes to Kevin Mialamu, Blues hooker. Takes it back to the 22, and they'll look through the Carlos Spencer. Well, no, Spencer has a little run down the short side, now kicks with the outside of the foot. Braid's after it, and he's got it. Brilliant anticipation from Braid, and a chance out on the right. Rokotoko, he puts the kick away, it's bounced up for Howlett. Puninbaka's after him, and gets him. Rokotoko's there, and he's got it over.
Well, we've seen a couple of interesting moves there. We saw Puninbaka.
Hasn't been confirmed yet, Murray. They'll go upstairs, but the Blues are celebrating.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to go upstairs. Chris, I want to know if he was in.
What an amazing start for the Blues again. Thought about putting the pressure on for the early stages. They did it in the first half, and they've done it again. We have to wait and see the outcome.
I'm going to the flagging. Come in, Bryce.
Well, don't you love it when you see the Wheelers racing it out?
And touch judge is in as well. Gosh, it's all happening. Video ref, touch judge with a flag out. Puninbaka coming across.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing really bad.
All that.
I'm going to go with a try, not a try.
And that's a
That
try.
is a try. There's no doubt about that.
Starts it right, bringing it back beautifully. What a kick from Spencer.
And what a lead, 20 points to 5. Well, I don't think I've ever seen so much speed in New Zealand rugby as I'm seeing this year. And look at this attacking position. Magnificent. So what will they do? JP, what do you think?
Blindside has to be an option. It's a fairly wide one, plenty of space. But they ain't
Through
going
the
that way.
legs from Robertson. Oh, untidy though. And the Blues have snaffled it. Away to Spencer. Possibilities on the right. Muliaina. Rokatoko. Joe Rokatoko.
Oh, what a deep
Upended.
pass.
Great tackle from McDonald. Thorne picks it up for the Crusaders. And a penalty.
But Rokatoko had Doug Howlett on the outside, unmarked.
Number 4. Advantage Blues!
Devine to Spencer. Tuitupo.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Chalk this one up. Well, you love it when you train and you run routines, you run moves like that, and you pull one off in a game from set play against one of the best defences in the business. Well, you've got to feel great. What a high. The best in the world. Check it out.
Carlos Spencer, the timing of the pass, just holding the ball out in front of him. There it goes. Tuitupo's made some big tackles in this game. Over he goes for the try. Well, Crusaders trying to work the ball close to the line. McCaw just a metre short. Marshall, Carter, Major, Maddock goes past the tackle of Rapeni.
Leave it, Blue!
And Braid penalised. You can see going in there,
Too late.
handling the ball.
Too late, ruck. We had a ruck.
There was a ruck situation. Marshall not mucking around.
Yeah, but I don't think they were ready for it. But they
Flynn
definitely needed more than 3 points.
Now the little stab through. Oh, what's the referee going to say here? Richie McCaw. Has he been able to get it down? Was he in control?
Blue ball.
No try.
Knock on and goal. 5
Yes,
minutes.
McCaw never
Blue
looked
ball.
that confident, did he?
Lost and goal.
Even if it was his poker face, as you suggested, Murray. The Crusaders just trying to muscle it up. They've had the ball to the line, almost over the line. They've lost it over the line. Now they're going over the touchline.
Well, great defence, Blues.
One popping into the hands of Somerville. No look pass. Oh, intercepted by Spencer! Here's the finishing flourish for the Blues. This is a brilliant victory.
Well, it's a major statement, Carlos Spencer. He anticipated that. You could see that he ran for the intercept. Well, they'll be calling him King Carlos up here, that's for sure. He's running the show big time. Big statement with the All Black selectors also.
Bonus point try for the Blues. They love it on the bench. This is a good side. This is a very good side, and the defending champions have been well beaten.
And he's handed over the kicking duties. He thinks he's done enough. I think he has too. Well, there it was. No, actually, it was the second one. Watch Spencer here. He just saw it and went for it. Oh, thank you very much.
Release.
Well, the Blues, the way they're going, they're not content with a 34-5 scoreline.
Get out of it, 17. Slowing it all down.
Dave Hewitt penalised.
Penalty. Don't know. No, next time out, fellas.
So if they put this out, that's the end of the game. And Marini, no, doesn't want it to end like that. Gibson. Over the 10-metre mark go the Blues. Gosh, if they manage to score one more try, so the roof had just about come off the North Harbour Stadium. Manu straight ahead. Gibson has a look on the short side, slips the kick through. Howlett flying after it. Howlett! Doug Howlett seals a magnificent win for the Blues. They were not going to let go until they scored another try, and they've got it.
The Blues' demolition of the defending champions sealed their reputation as title favourites. The Highlanders put the brakes on the Bulls' victory march. The Hurricanes took their first win of the season, overcoming the Stormers in an error-ridden match. The Cats dug deep to deny the Brumbies, who managed to bag one meagre bonus point from their African safari. The Chiefs punished the poor defence of the Reds, landing 5 tries, while the Waratahs capped off their South African tour with another bonus point win. In round 4, the Crusaders were pushed all the way by the Chiefs at Jade Stadium. At Bruce Stadium, the Brumbies helped skipper and local hero George Gregan celebrate his 100th appearance for ACT by downing the Stormers. The Hurricanes came back from 17-0 to beat the floundering Sharks in Durban. The Waratahs returned home to see off the determined Bulls, and the Cats took heart from another good win as they ran the Highlanders ragged at Ellis Park. The Blues and the Reds had the week off, but the Aucklanders still held pride of place on the round 4 ladder. The Waratahs and Crusaders edged clear of the Hurricanes by way of bonus points, and while the middle of the ladder started to bunch, the Reds found themselves at home alone in the cellar. After 3 losses in a row, the Stormers headed to Sydney, desperate to salvage a win from their month on the road.
Referee is Paul Honers from New Zealand. Paul is assisted by Gary Wise and Andrew Cole. The video referee is Greg Hinton. And it's play on. The Stormers go to the air. Lyons fumbles. Let's hope that's not the start of what we saw last week.
Last feet.
And Whittaker having a dart down the blind side. Just looked up and saw that there was an opportunity and just grabbed it into touch over there.
Well, no excuses tonight, no wet weather. On a new one.
Good two-handed take by Jono West, and the Waratahs continue to keep the pressure on. David Lyons takes them on. 3 of them there to stop him.
Play on, the ball's
Whittaker,
out.
not a great pass. He was under a bit of pressure there, so Rogers regathers. Now West.
Get out 10.
Whittaker. Elsom got through 1. Gets the legs pumping up to the 5-metre mark. They continue this rampaging run towards the line down the short side. Byrne. The big line-up out to the left.
Needed a runner there, Sean Byrne.
Advantage. Black.
Advantage being played here for New South Wales.
Too slow. In from the side here. This player here. In from the side and drove around.
Whittaker
There you go.
takes
Not
a quick
10,
one.
Blue.
Dummy! Whittaker! First strike that he captains the Waratahs, and he gets the first try. Caught them napping well and truly, Chris Whittaker, and the Waratahs 5, the Stormers 0.
Just wait for the call.
Out on the full.
Scrum here, guys.
Amazing psychological
I've
effect.
had a call yet. Play on!
Hold on, it's play on down on this right-hand side. Whittaker.
Staniforth. Support arrives. Gray. Whittaker again. And now Phil Waugh.
They've got to go left and wide.
Baxter takes it in. Whittaker. Out they go to the left. Byrne. Turanui. The Stormers came up. Turanui. Up to the 5-metre mark. Whittaker. And now Brendan Kennan straight ahead. Taken by Hottie Lau. Great continuity to the Waratahs. To Kiri. Try time again to the New South Wales Waratahs. Lottie to Kiri. Well, it started at the halfway. They caught the Stormers napping again. And Rogers, it's a beauty. The radar working. What about this start for New South Wales?
Well,
So unlike last week, 14-0.
No problems with ball handling tonight, just sensational.
The cock, wide they go. Fleck. Hottie Lau. Most capped Stormer ever, Hottie Lau. Surpassing Percy Montgomery's figure tonight. Cock having a run on his own, popping it up there, and Theron went without it, so it's been picked up by Matt Dunning. If they could have held on to that one, it would have been interesting.
Meter chase, here comes to Carey.
Going back there is Audrey Bartenhorst. Line loose on the ground, seconds, taking one to Carey. He must release. He's got a man on the inside, but it's been called back for a knock-on.
Knock-on from Takiri.
Lottie Takiri did knock that down when he made the tackle on Hottie Lau.
Hands off. Last feet, Black.
There's a stormer in back
Burn
play.
grief, I think,
Cold.
Clarkie.
There's an opening here. It's David Lyons, one-on-one. Great defence at the back there to stop the big man.
From the wrong
It was
side,
Van den
Black.
Heever.
Advantage.
Playing advantage here for the Waratahs. They need quick ball, and Matt Dunning has a go at the line. He hands it back.
It's
14-2. Quick ball, and Byrne drives across. Short pass, Gray. Sean Byrne on his shoulder. It had to be.
Side, close to the goal line. Not close to
Real
the goal
problems
line,
for the
please,
Stormers
okay.
here.
Oh, shocking troubles.
Must come from...
Whittaker.
There's a chance wide.
Byrne. Gray. Oh, Rogers went without it.
Go for it, gone for there. Manage Black.
There's the knock on from, if it didn't go forward from Rogers, it did from Tommy Bowman.
Manage over.
Takiri. Oh, intercepted! And Theron says thank you very much against the run of play. The Stormers are on the score sheet. Gus Theron. Oh, Takiri trying to get it back. And Theron was right on the spot.
Hold. That's it.
Byrne dummying. That's the 22. Pick and drive now from War.
Come on,
Straight through. Whittaker. Rogers. Back to
Lost
Byrne.
forward, advantage Black.
Here's a
trouble
go
here.
Conradi racing away. And this is De Kock over on the left wing, being chased.
Oh!
De Kock, what about the speed of Neil De Kock?
What about him?
All the way, what a try from one end of the field to the other. A scrum half forced to go out onto the left wing. I'll tell you what, they'll be keeping him there. Unbelievable speed. Outran Nathan Gray.
He's not even a left winger. He was on the right wing and he's gone all the way across to the other side and linked up with his replacement halfback. They have quite simply on this tour run out of backs. I think five have already, 4 have gone home or something. Then tonight they've lost Werner Greve. Have a look at this ball. A beauty by Johannes Conradi. Who was chasing him here? He didn't think he beat him and then all of a sudden he burnt them off. I'm waiting to see this defender, the closest one. Whittaker never gave up, but there was another New South Wales defender, Scotty Staniforth. No, there was one before that. What a run. Tiranui just couldn't foot it with the cock.
Oh, it's a lovely strike. He's on fire with the boot as well.
Who would have thought at 21-0, Kernsey? What a game we have on our hands now.
Free kick and Phil Ward takes it for the Waratahs. Elsom, that's the halfway mark. Byrne inside to Kerry. Nobody in front of him apart from the fullback. The Kerry trying to slip inside and can do it. We're going upstairs.
Come upstairs,
the
please.
crowd in the corner on their feet.
What about that little bit of
We think it's
footwork?
a try unless you can advise us otherwise.
He's done well if he's left his feet off the ground here.
Well, I think he may have.
What is the ruling there? Connected to another man who's into touch. Hold on, watch his legs.
They're in the air.
The tackler has lifted his body off the ground to keep him in.
Time on now.
Try, Lottie Dakiri. He's got a double. 29-20. Freaky stuff. Byrne. Fine touch.
Come out, Black. Right out,
Turns the
guys.
kick.
That's okay. Play
Whittaker.
on. He's going for the ball.
Gave it off to Tom Bowman.
Roll off 8.
Here's a go.
Byrne. Elsom. Quick hands. Rogers. Rogers. And try written all over it.
Oh, they've got 4 on 1 down the blind.
Sides.
And they give away the penalty.
Sides.
Well, I think Matt Rogers was having a think, will I go on my own here? Will I have a crack at it? He looked inside, he saw Blacklock, but that time the cover got there.
Well,
he outsmarted himself.
Taken to the back by Badenhorst. And again they drive towards that line. The Stormers getting very close.
Well, if the Stormers get this ball out,
5 seconds.
all sorts of trouble here.
It's a try to the Stormers. They've hit back. Who's going to get up with it? Will it be Hottie Lau? I think it's going to be Hottie Lau, the last man up.
And it is.
And that is reward for not only a great game tonight, but a great service to this team from South Africa. This to bring them to within 2.
Oh, it's touched in flight.
But it still goes over. So a try to Hottie Lau, 29-27. And now the drive from the Waratahs there. They're looking for a try that might just give them that breathing space, might give them enough to go on with this one. And Whittaker.
Keep it moving forward, Blue.
Well, one of the Stormers got his hands on it.
Still going forward. Lose it or lose it, Blue. Let it go. Up we come. Your scrum, Black. Turn over, turn over.
Who is that at the bottom there?
Hey.
Is that Dan Human? Yes.
Well, the Stormers, they only trail by 2. They were down by 21 after 15 minutes, 14 at half-time. They've never been in front. And this is a fantastic opportunity for them to really strike a psychological blow against the home side.
It's an incredible comeback by the Stormers. They should be out on their feet. They seem to be getting stronger as the game goes on.
And Dixon finds a target, and now it's Conradi running, and Fleck gives it to Esterhausen. Turanui holds on, and the tackler did pretty well. Penalty now. Penalty, they take it quickly, and Badenhorst. Still playing advantage to the Stormers. They're getting very close to the line. Desperate stuff here for the Waratahs. Conradi goes wide. The clock numbers here, seconds, and they are in front. The Stormers have hit back, and they are delighted. What a comeback.
Whether that was a call or whether that was Conradi's decision to go wide, it was the correct one. They should have done it as soon as possible, and they did. They had the numbers.
Well, the spirits are high too in the Stormers, and so they should be.
Whittaker. This is magnificent defence by the Stormers. There's the little kick. And Conradi stays in the field to play.
There's no one home. There's Matt Dunning, is it?
Dunning is the only one getting back there. Conradi. Dunning. And he got the kick away. Legend. Oh, they're on their feet here. Heroics again from Matt Dunning.
Anyone who doesn't remember, the crowd loves it because on a couple of occasions in the last years he saved the Waratahs with intercepts.
Let's
go. Have a look at the big man.
Conradi couldn't get closer to him. That's great skills, diving on the deck. Oh, there's the right boot going out.
I'm watching.
Conradi. Esterhausen.
Let him play it. Break up.
Now the Stormers.
Time out, Greg.
Are they confident?
Coming upstairs.
The video referee will have the call.
They're pretty confident, which indicates Greg Hinton. They're putting pressure on him, the TMO.
Look to be a bit short, possibly.
But the drive, the players driving behind him, Krieger. We'll get Paul Honus at the top of the screen.
Try! The Stormers. Well, that should just about wrap it up now.
Well, that pushes them more than a converted try out in front, the Stormers.
They've already got the bonus point at 37-29.
This is the most extraordinary turnaround I've seen this year in the Super 12. Maybe in the last few years. A team that should be down and out, they're now one man down with Robbie Fleck in the sin bin. They're in their fourth week of an horrendous road trip with unbelievable injuries even tonight while the game's been going on. Yet they've gotten stronger every minute of this game. Full marks to the Stormers.
No, you won't get a line out now, so change your minds.
This is going to be it.
That is a fairy tale.
Look at the Stormers. Aren't they delighted? They have salvaged something from their Australasian road trip. Gordo Krieger has been sensational on this tour. And that is a very, very gutsy effort.
The Sharks suffered their third straight home loss at the hands of the Highlanders. A 9-try assault from the Brumbies brought a close to the Bulls' Trans-Tasman tour. They were happy to salvage a bonus point for scoring 4 tries. The Hurricanes leave South Africa with a maximum 10 points, down in the Cats in a close contest. It was all blue for the Reds, who suffered a record loss to the rampant side from Auckland. The Queenslanders did not dwell on their thrashing though, for their thoughts quickly turned to round 6, where they would be defending their unbeaten record over arch-rivals New South Wales. Nothing rouses the Queensland fighting spirit like the opportunity to put New South Wales to the sword. And so it proved as the Reds notched up their first win of the season. The turning point of the match came courtesy of Star League recruit Wendell Saylor, who helped himself to a stunning try.
And here comes Wendell, broken a tackle. One to beat. Got away from Rogers. Saylor! Wendell Saylor! Try time to the big man. Oh, isn't he happy? Wendell! Greg Martin's on his feet. A sprinkling of Red supporters here at Aussie Stadium on the feet as well. He's been threatening to do that for 1.5 seasons. He's finally done it. What a stage to do it on.
Oh, something from nothing. They are prepared to throw the ball. He's used that bend again. That right arm of his is so powerful. It wasn't any need to use it there. Beat Brendan Cannon, came to Matt Rogers. What a great competition. The two mates. He was at Staniforth chasing him here, had him for pace, caught him, but he's just too strong, Wendell Saylor. That's what rugby fans have been waiting for a while to see, especially Queensland Reds fans.
And Staniforth lucky to escape injury there because he has ploughed into that goalpost.
He is so good for the team, Wendell Saylor. Have a look. You reckon he's popular? He was popular before, now he's exceptionally popular. Try Queensland.
Meanwhile, the Crusaders rookie 5'8" Daniel Carter was making the most of Andrew Merton's absence. The Steely Nerve rookie landing a last-minute penalty to secure a rare win at Carrickson.
Carter to put the Crusaders in front. Has done it. And he can afford a smile. Major thumps it downfield for all it's worth. Harding. Taken just inside the 10-metre mark. Brown. Big pass to Walker. They've got an overlap. Steinmetz. Mapusua straightening. Crusaders defence drifted across. But the Highlanders have it. Brown. To Levy. Spinning out of the first tackle.
Hands off 16!
Too far out for the drop kick. Mapusua. Kelleher flings it away to Brown. Walker kicks. They'll just put it out, the Crusaders. The winning run comes to an end for the Highlanders. Defeat after 16 wins on this ground, and an important victory for the defending champions. But what a colossal match this was.
The Blues are at their best against the Brumbies, none more so than the brilliant Fijian winger Ripani Vauthaunbuka, who scored 2 tries. The Hurricanes held the valiant Chiefs at bay. The Reds keep their unbeaten record over the Waratahs intact. In 8 seasons of Super 12 rugby, the best the Waratahs have achieved against the Reds is a draw. While the Sharks had their first win since round 2, at the expense of the Cats. At the season halfway mark, the Hurricanes were the big improvers, having notched up their 4th successive win. The Blues were still unbeaten, but the Highlanders have a great record at Dunedin and we're looking forward to their visit in round 7.
Let's go. Week 7 of Super 12 is underway, so Carlos Spencer bangs it away down towards the 22. And a very nicely timed tackle too made by Ali Williams on Anton Oliver. Waiting patiently, Danny Lee, just looking to organise things here. And in the end, Willie Walker makes the clearance. And a good clinical start by the Highlanders. Misunderstanding between Randall and Lee. Harding though gets into a little gap. Walker, not a bad kick this, coming down just outside the 25, so couldn't call for the fair catch, but they didn't really nail him first up.
Oh, he's done well again, Mulio, in the second time.
Boy, there's an overlap here if they want to shift it, and they do shift it out to Roko Thoko, but he went down before Steinmetz was able to make the tackle. Now Devine clears it off to Spencer. Lobs it out to Kevin Mialamu. He's a very good runner with the ball. Slips it to Williams, a little kick. And the referee was playing an advantage. Well, Ali Williams trying to chip the fullback. First chance for points tonight. And no mistakes from Carlos Spencer. And the Blues have the early lead here at Carisbrook by 3-0. Randall, short pass from Lee to Mapusua. And here's a charge from Danny Lee, looking around to see the options. So it's a kick and chase. Roko Thoko getting back. Danny Lee's the only Highlander there at the moment. Justin Collins did well to get back. And Devine is going to make the clearance. This is not going to go out. And it's going to be fielded by Williams. He's got support. Oliver is there with him. And has come back on the Blues side. Now a change of tactics. Spencer. Williams lining up under this. No, in fact it's Rambini's missed it altogether. And Rico Gears dived on it. And Calvin Deaker is not going to award it just yet. But it looked okay. He's going to have another look.
Well, to me, it's no doubt about it. It's a try. You might say it's brushed forward off the arm there of Tui Tepu, but that would be a really harsh call. But first of all, Rico Gear is the man that gets the pressure down, and that's the telling factor.
Yeah, he's going to rule it.
Yeah. Right, playing a lost forward. The scrum.
Up to the 22 almost.
That's first ball, half, first ball, get away!
Dragged down, the ball's gone down, so the advantage applies. Here come the runners, Rambini. Now Lee. Times the pass nicely off to Mailing. Now it's with Carl Heyman. Good tackle by Muse. Drop kick attempt from Lee, and that's to tell the referee we've had enough of this. We want a shot at goal, thanks.
Well, interesting call because the Blues are actually pushing the Highlanders back when the maul went down.
Looks good. And it is good too. Third penalty tonight from Willie Walker. And the Highlanders back in front 9-6. Howlett again for Spencer. Tupo. Got the pass off to Howlett. There's the goal line right there for the Blues. Devine looking left and right. Hands the pass off to Rush. And now Brain has a go at the line. And he got there.
Yes.
They did a Bob Deans. He went over the line, they pulled him back, but the referee saw it.
Well, that's pretty good football from the Blues. And Sam Tuitopo, he's got to take his hat off. He's either got soap all over his body or something, I don't know, but he slips through the tackles. This is just the end of it. They've been battering away. You can see Xavier Rush crying for it. The try. He sets it up and just slips it. Now, this is a characteristic of Blues rugby this year. The guy who's getting tackled, he always turns and looks for the support, and they roll away from the opposition and get over the advantage line. Well, this time the advantage line was the try line.
8 minutes out from half-time. Big throw for Oliver here, and he finds his man. Again, it's Blackie. Blackie still in control, but this is a good effort by the Blues. They've so far nullified this. Now they get cracking, and away goes Carl Hoff, but he's isolated just for a moment, and it's been turned over. He's got Xavier Rush for being offside.
Gee, that's another tough call, I think. So again, the Highlanders get down the danger zone, and the Blues cough up a penalty. 6-2 penalties. They won't be happy.
Well, this is a big call. You would have expected Walker to have kicked a goal from here.
Yeah.
But instead, they're going to go for the line-out.
Well, I don't know about you, Smithy, but I'm a great believer in taking these points, particularly in these tight ones.
Well, the way Walker's kicking too, Drake, here, it's just right on the button at the moment. And I keep going back to this point where Tane Randall's got to get his side to stay in touch, especially around half-time. I think they've got to, if the Blues score, they've got to score next. Keep punching, counter-punching them.
Well, I guess he's encouraged because they've been mauling well in this area.
So here they go. They're 7 minutes short at the moment.
Called rack! Called out the hand! I called rack!
Well, what's the call going to be this time? Highlanders back in front as Walker lands his 4th penalty goal, and it's 12 points to 11. And Willie Walker will make the kick-off, and it's going straight down the middle away from the taller players, and it's not a bad move either, but it's been knocked on by the Highlanders. Well, I mentioned last week, Drakey, that, and it's an interesting one, this, no New Zealand team that's been ahead at half-time this season has lost. They're still there for the Blues. So here's Devine, Muliaina, Spencer looking to create gaps. Howlett has it. Howlett's away from a couple. Howlett's away from more than a couple. And finally it's Tane Randall who drives him infield.
And he does well because it just slows up the Blues ball.
Devine goes again. Passes infield, knock on. Now kick and chase. Steinmetz leading the charge. Pushing and shoving going on. Steinmetz is still in charge. Now they're coming. Roko Foko coming across from the far side. Walker's trying to control it, but Roko Foko wins the day.
And he did well too, Roko Foko, because he didn't panic. He didn't go down too quickly and dive on the ball. He knew the Highlanders players had to kick it once more, and he just was patient. But again, good defence from the Highlanders.
Now Kelleher. Walk out to Steinmetz. Just a little isolated, but now they join in. Playing advantage. Levy has a go. But the Highlanders will have an opportunity shortly from a handy position to increase their advantage. Another penalty for Willie Walker. That's 5 now. And the Highlanders lead by 4.
10 penalties now against the Blues, and most of those have been at ruck and maul time. So they've thrown everything at the Highlanders. They haven't been able to breach them, and they've been ill-disciplined down their own end.
Now Tony Brown. Walker. Good-looking kick, just near the 22, but not inside it. Muliaina, that was just a bit far. Muliaina's got away. Slipped the pass nicely to Doug Howlett. Now it's Brand Mika. Here they come, the Blues. Knocked back as Spencer ran past it. Now Gibson again for Howlett. Howlett sees a gap.
Release!
15 metres out. Gibson chased across by Mapusua.
Stay high.
Desperate defence here now from the Highlanders. Tui Tupo. Tamika again. Oliver makes the tackle.
Stay high, boy.
Gibson in position.
Leave him,
Spencer again. Chased across. Sets it up to Rico Gear. And again it goes astray, leaving Steinmetz with a kick and chase, but he's kicked it out. The 5 metre mark is right there. Trying to shift the Blues a few extra metres. Here they come. To the line, down, and Kelvin Deacon's going to make the decision. It looked like it went down.
Yeah, it looked pretty good to me.
Go on the TV. I cannot see the ball.
Yeah, that's a dead set try.
We'll reward the try.
So there it is. Randall quickly to Brown. Chance. Knocked over though by Ryan Nicholas. And the siren sounds. The game is over. The Highlanders have the victory and the Blues are beaten for the first time this season.
Wishing him all the best. He's kicked tougher ones than this, and that is superb. Never looked like missing. Great 31 all. Plenty of Kiwi support in the crowd as well. 2 minutes to go.
Oh, the cross kick. Run right, kick left there in front of the kicker.
All of them offside.
Well, there's an opportunity. What did he do here? It's probably about 45 metres out. Do you have a crack?
Touch us for me. The touch us at it for me.
You have a crack at 3.
The kicker?
Oh, he's going to take the 3. I wonder if they got advice from their bench. Oh. Oh, look at Burke and Rogers going, you couldn't kick that far, could you? Oh, there's a good conversation going on there. Oh.
Well, this might be the last play of the match. And how much energy has he got left in those legs after 79 and a half minutes?
Well, he's had a wonderful game, Sean Byrne. I think he's resurrected himself after being dropped 2 weeks ago. Then Duncan McRae didn't measure up last weekend in the number 10. Sean Byrne given another chance, and now he's got a chance to make a hero of himself and break what looks like being the first draw in 3 years in a Super 12 match.
Sean Byrne, 48, 49 metres out. He's got the legs. Has he got the distance? Until the last moment of this match. And look at the celebrations of the stadium. It's our house tonight, no doubt about that, they're saying. Unbelievable. Sean Byrne on full time, maybe keeping the Waratahs season alive.
Well, they're back into 4th position after having their hearts broken last weekend by Queensland. That kick has dropped over by less than a metre. Incredible. Absolutely gravity-defying kick, and the Crusaders have done it to so many other teams tonight. They've had it done to them. A late finish by less than 7 points. That's not in the script. Sean Byrne, not a recognised goal kicker, missed plenty, and now he has put the icing on the cake, and are they happy?
The Waratahs win must have gone some way to ease the painful memory of the 96-19 massacre the Crusaders inflicted on them last year. The Hurricanes, led by their outstanding skipper Tana Umaga, stood tall against the resurgent Reds at Ballymore. The Stormers had to fight hard to see off a stern challenge from the Bulls, while the Brumbies bounced back from last week's loss, running at full cry to put 7 tries on the Chiefs, Andrew Walker bagging 3. Any hopes of the Waratahs claiming their second Kiwi scalp in a row was scuppered by the Hurricanes in Wellington, who continued their charge for the finals. After a week off, the Sharks and the Cats set out on their Australasian tours. The Sharks got off to a good start by downing the Chiefs, but the Cats were no match for the Crusaders. The Blues returned to their winning ways, beating the Bulls at home, while the Reds caused a major upset in Cape Town, defeating the Stormers with only 14 men. The top of the ladder began to look all Kiwi. The New Zealand teams were setting the pace for the tournament, and there seemed little room for the Australians, and even less so for the South Africans in the finals.
Engage.
A win tonight for the Hurricanes would just about elevate them into the semi-finals for the first time since 1997.
Let's just crouch and hold where we
and the Highlanders coming off the bye, their last performance was a big one against the Blues. Tane Randall drives it up almost to halfway. Turn and kick. Rambini coming quickly. Cullen has kept it in the field of play just. And on the 22-metre line, it might be a turnover ball. It is. Lee digs it out smartly. Steinmetz hands it on to Brown. Whips it across. Mapasua is met head on.
Whoa, right.
And a head-high tackle is the call on Ma'anonu.
Wait.
Right, so here we go. First opportunity for points tonight. Willie Walker leading point scorer in Super 12 at the moment. And he gets it up nice and high, and the first point's registered. So Walker the penalty goal. The Highlanders, who've got good support here tonight, led by 3-0. Again, it's Bowden. He's a big, tall man. Good flat pass across to Sam Harding. And the Highlanders making all the early play in this game. Brown turns it back inside for Mapasua. Now they bring it out to Randall. Quick pass to Lee. Here's Steinmetz in. Steinmetz is only 5 metres short of the line. Good powerful start here by the Highlanders. Driving very close to the line. And a try is scored. A try is scored, and could be Rambini. He's certainly the man with a smile on his face. Seru Rambini. And that's the opening try of the match.
Oh, that scrum still. Look at that.
Right, it's away now for Brown. Sam Harding standing off the scrum. And rolls it to within 10 metres. Now the pass back inside to Bowden. Lee now releases it up to Brown. Good chance for Steinmetz. And Paul Steinmetz around behind the post he goes. And that's the second try tonight.
Clever rugby. They spread the ball and found two props, in fact, in the midfield. And the pass was perfect. Too much speed, too big a hole. Have a look at it. They went one way, then they brought it back the other way. Look at the midfield. Fairbrother, Tony Penn, and Christian Cullen.
Slowly, if at all.
He's in there digging it out, literally.
Rambini's got it. Rambini and Cullen. Oh, great tackle.
Well, that siren should be music to Colin Cooper's ears. He'll just be appreciating just 9 points of damage.
You think so? You call it that way, Smith?
Yes, I would. I don't think his side are that organised as they had been. I think they're going to kick it out and get off as quick as possible and get things sorted.
Time will tell. Well, it has been an interesting first half. Dynamic performance, in my opinion, from the Highlanders. They really have controlled a lot of the game with 70% of the territory. There they go.
Jerry Collins stretches up, gives it away to Hooper. 6 or 7 metres out, they're coming blindside. Spice back on the inside, Umaga lays it back nicely. Now it's with Holroyd. Holroyd to Collins. Just a couple of metres away. Now it's Nonu. Nonu's in.
Do you think those people are happy? I think they're happy. Well, Ma'anonu exploded into this season. Exploded every way through the back line that time to score a try. He's the sort of player that when he gets the ball 5 metres to the line, you feel like you do when Umaga gets the ball. Who on earth could ever stop him? the sort of pugnacious, abrasive, attacking style of his. Sold a bit of a dummy, but wasn't really interested in the dummy. He was going for the goal line.
So the conversion made by Holwell, and suddenly the Hurricanes find themselves in front by 16 to 15.
This is an important scrum, this one. Very important scrum. Hurricanes right on the goal line. Their back's just itching to get a touch of it again. And can the Highlanders stop Nonu and Umang at midships? Let's see.
Here's Holwell. Goes short to Nonu. Here he goes again. Stretching out. The arms are in the air.
Climb out.
And he may well have made it. I think they're relatively confident about this. Well, this guy has, as you say, Murray, talk about burst onto the scene.
Just checking for the grounding of the ball.
Well, look at this tenacity.
I'm not sure.
But David Howell pointed straight at the touch judge and said, you should give that. He believed he got it. The touch judge said, go upstairs.
Definitely got it. Definitely got it. But that's great. That's a bit like Takeri's try last week, where he just lunged out with his left arm, knew exactly where the white line was.
Okay. Thank you.
So he's going to award the try. Going to make sure he's on camera first. And there it is. Levy back to Blackie.
Ooh, the ball's up. The ball's up. I think it might be still on the Highlanders side. No, turnover.
There's pad play by Blackie. Had the ball up off the ground. Now Collins. There's Nonu again. Cullen. The kick and chase. And Brad Fleming's too quick. There aren't many quicker, and the Hurricanes will know that. Now Collins goes on halfback. Great bursting run by Jerry Collins inside the 22. The key players are starting to stand up in the second half.
Well, have a look at Jerry Collins. Pushed off Oliver, not a lot of tight forwards do, or forwards do that, and then spun an attacker on Steinmetz.
Although the Hurricanes again with Umaga slipping over this time. Spice brings it out. Now Ward lays it back for Tito to carry it on. Now Thompson.
Did well offload to Spice.
Nonu plays halfback. Ormsby. He's looked pretty powerful again tonight, Christian Ormsby, when he's come on. Now they get it wide to Howell. They must score here, surely. And they will with Lumi Fa'atau. That's the third try.
Well, it looked copybook stuff to me. Moving the ball at pace. Christian Ormsby, the big drive up the centre. I don't know how he wasn't tackled earlier. He made 10 to 15 metres in close company. And then they moved it. This is the miss pass. Clear overlap on the outside. Not a hand to be laid on him.
Holwell converts. He's had a big night tonight too, David Holwell, with 6 out of 6. Change of direction as Holwell ghosting his way through. Hands it up. Here's Ward again. Plenty of value from the replacement players. Holwell again gets it wide to Brent Ward this time. And the Hurricanes having a final crack at a bonus point for 4 tries. Harmy. Quickly cleared away for Benisi. And the try scored by Cullen. That is the bonus point try.
Well, classic piece of teamwork. We spoke at half-time about a great team performance from the Highlanders. Well, we've seen a great team performance from the Hurricanes in the second half. It's been a game of two halves, as I say. The first belonged to the Highlanders, and this clearly is the Hurricanes half. 4 tries. Kuku Vanesi desperately unlucky not to be able to stretch out and make the goal line, but as ever, Christian Cullen relentless in his support play, pursuit of the tries. He's always had a nose for a try, Christian Cullen. Actually had a go, didn't he, Cooper Vanessa? Off the right foot. Colin Cooper will be feeling very, very good. Well, you wouldn't think it was not exactly ecstasy in the face.
Well, staggering second half performance here by the Hurricanes. And another terrific kick by Howell. They have scored in the second half 31 points to 0. So the final play of the match, Harmy will just boot it out, and that will be it. Game is over, and the Hurricanes, with a phenomenal second half performance in which they scored 31 points to 0, have beaten the Highlanders here tonight in New Plymouth by 37 points to 15.
The Hurricanes had a week's rest to look forward to after their 7th straight win. The Crusaders almost made a costly slip-up. A try in the 75th minute by big number 8 Sam Broomhall just got them home against the Sharks. The Brumbies showed up the shakiness of the Waratahs' finals aspirations with a hearty performance the New South Wales team just couldn't match. The Blues completed a successful South African double, and the Bulls' big forwards sent the Reds packing. The Blues and the Hurricanes were short of semi-final berths, while the Crusaders strengthened their grip on third. The Highlanders, Waratahs and Brumbies squared off in the battle for the remaining semi-final spot. The Crusaders set off for South Africa in search of 2 wins, but the Bulls had other ideas, readying themselves to make a final charge at the semis.
Louis Kuhn kicks off. Up high goes it Norm Maxwell. Oh, the Bulls have competed well for this ball. They swarmed all over the players, up through over the 22, egged on by this fanatic Loftus crowd. Van der Westhuizen is there, and it's a penalty to the Crusaders as they went to ground, but the Bulls would have taken heart from that drive. Just a little step back. He hasn't struck that all that well, but the flags still go up. He seemed to just hit it a little bit heavy, but still it went over the crossbar. The Bulls lead by 6-3. Matfield has it snatched away from him. Maxwell did well. Mertens, Carter, Major gets away from Fricky Wells. Major finds Richie McCaw on the inside, and Richie McCaw, the youngster, gets in for his 6th try of the Super 12 season. Will that hold its course? Yes, it does. And the Bulls' lead is restored. Van der Westhuizen, Kuhn. Wide for Matfield, who's got good hands. This is Richard Bands. Thunders up to the 22. Good period of possession this for the Bulls. Bereit note for Jakob van der Westhuizen. He's got loose. Jakob van der Westhuizen. And this man is playing great rugby.
Brilliant try by the Bulls, well worked up forwards and backs, hand-to-hand passes, kept their cool, and a great score by Jakob van der Westhuizen. Christopher Sainer started it, Jakob van der Westhuizen, inside, outside, 2 great steps, and he goes over.
And Louis Kuhn is dead-eye Dick today.
19 points to 11, 2.5 minutes left in this first half. It's a Kirigo Loftus.
Good work there by Vickers van Heerden.
Leave it, Brad. Onside. It's all right.
Krauser, Dani Kutsia. Van der Westhuizen, Kuhn. Shapes for the drop. He's got the distance and the direction. Super kick by Louis Kuhn. The mobber on their feet.
That's an awesome drop goal by Louis Kuhn. He's done one earlier this year as well from exactly the same spot within his own half. That's a thriller.
Mertens, Major stepped inside his man quite easy. Richie McCaw, what a wonderful back. He has his support players by Richie McCaw. Now this is it. They have an ability to up gear. The Bulls have to be careful here. This is Carter. Good step in by the nippy centre. Vuninbaka.
Great build-up by the Crusaders, keeping their cool. Good hand-to-hand passing at the right moment. Vuninbaka getting that ball, and he goes over under the sticks.
Good work by Vickers van Heerden, who I think hurt himself there as he landed very heavily. Here goes Carter again. Krauser has him, nobody able to release. Caleb Ralph still in there. In goes Flynn. Now the Crusaders have upped the gear a little bit. Marshall up to the 22 of the Bulls. Driving into that 22 area, Marshall. Caleb Ralph, good step in by him. Mertens doesn't score too many tries, but the Crusaders have moved up a gear. Easy conversion for the try scorer, and so now the crowd have gone a deathly quiet. Is this the beginning of the end for the Bulls, or can they come back? Louis Kuhn, now wide from Dries Rockboy. Can he get it over? Jakob van der Westhuizen gets his second try of the game. Loftus 27-28 to the Crusaders.
Loftus comes alive. Great pass, timing perfect. Jakob van der Westhuizen, you beauty.
Yeah, look at that, look at that! The crowd are going wild again, and now the Bulls lead by 1, but there are still 6 minutes to go.
Rudy Hubert has faith in this man, Louis Kuhn, this season, and he has really not let him down.
Now what will the Crusaders conjure up? Mertens, Carter, Major. Hamilton is there. Vuninbaka hovers. They may go on the short side. There's space there. Marshall, Mertens, Major. And now the Bulls have to defend. Mertens kicks the drop over the goal. He's done it again for the Crusaders.
Andrew Mertens, thorn in the flesh of the Bulls, taking his opportunity and slotting a drop goal.
Pito. There goes the siren. The penalty will be taken though. Is there any chance that the Bulls can beat the Crusaders for the first time in 5 years? Well, they haven't beaten them, the Bulls, since they've been operating as the Bulls franchise. What have they got to offer? Theo Crunier. Good defense by Richie McCaw. Van der Westhuizen, Jakob van der Westhuizen. And he's free. The crowd get up and go mad. He's released it to Fredericks. Fredericks finds Dale Sampton up over the 22. Roll away, says the referee. Dewey Swartboy is in there. Van der Westhuizen. Kuhn. And it goes in off. Can you believe it? The Bulls have won the game. Louis Kuhn has kicked the drop. Well, look at the great joy here amongst the Bulls players. For the first time they've done it. They know what it was like when the Crusaders won it back in 2000 and now, rather 99. But Louis Kuhn has pulled it out of the fire for the Bulls. But Jaco van der Westhuizen, the man who made the break. Here is the moment of Louis Kuhn. Look at that, striking the upright and going in.
The fifth-placed Highlanders cast the fourth-placed Brumbies out of Carisbrook to edge ahead in the finals race. And the Stormers hung on to beat the Chiefs. With 2 rounds remaining, the calculators were out. Only an unlikely upset by the Stormers could jeopardise the Crusaders' semi-finals berth. The challenge for the 2 top Australian teams looked steep indeed as they prepared to fly across the Tasman for round 11. To stay in the running, the Brumbies had to end the Hurricanes' 7-match winning streak. Meanwhile, the Waratahs were bound for Carisbrook, the Highlanders' dreaded House of Pain.
It's a gorgeous evening in Dunedin. Beautiful conditions for such an important game.
Stay back,
And it is coming for Lee.
Stay back.
Brown scoops up a low one and intercepted. Beautifully read by Nathan Gray. And he's going to score. What a great start for the Waratahs. Well, Ian Jones, that's stunned the home fans.
That will feel like a big knock in the old solar plexus for the Highlanders and their supporters as well.
Mailing wins it. They're looking for quick ball. Brown, Fleming into the line. Some nice manipulation here. Tony Bula to Ilevu. Fleming. Wonderful back play from the Highlanders. You don't see too many tries scored directly from a set piece, but everyone was involved, everyone knew what they were doing, and this man sure knows how to finish them off. Hats and jackets, the order of the night for the Waratahs. Gray, who gave them such a good start. Whitaker, McRae, the inside ball to Takeri. Flings the pass away, here's a try for Milton Thade on the right wing. Well, they made the right decision. They went for the line out. Second try now for the Waratahs.
And you don't see that often.
No, he's hooked that badly, so the Highlanders stay in front, but the Waratahs have their second try and just 2 points in it. Nathan Gray. Now Turanui straight through the gap. Here's Burke. Burke's over. Waratahs back in front. So dangerous when they start to get a bit of ball. Whitaker manages to lob it away. Gray. Oh, he busts 2 tackles. They're starting to cut them up here.
Here goes the ball. Advantage, blue. Holding on, ball under the
Didn't
body.
release it.
Penalty, blue.
And at half-time, it's the Waratahs who lead the Highlanders 17-14. Crowd like this one. 5th penalty for Tony Brown. Highlanders 20-17. And he's drifted down the back and he's got it. Hoft out into centre field. Levy charging at them. There for Lee. Walker. Fleming close. 2 11's in there. Look for the charge. Coming for Lee.
Slow ball. Got to generate some momentum.
Mapusua puts his head down. He's strong. Can't get it down. Still there for the Highlanders. Vavafalau has it. Oliver has a look. They go to the short side. Nicholas puts his head down. Stretches out. Lost it.
Knocked it on, blue.
McRae out to the danger man. Turanui. Is this the chance for the Waratahs? They've got it, and they've got numbers away to the left. Lions flinging it wide. Highlanders will have to defend. Just a little look on the short side here. Upended is John O'West. They want to give away a penalty here. Here's Phil Waugh. They were ready for him, but he's delivered it. Now they go to the short side. To Kerry. It took a couple to get him down. Fryer's nabbed by Mailing. McRae now. Out into centre field.
Advantage.
No, the referee playing advantage here for a knock-on. Mistake letting the Waratahs down at a crucial stage. 5 minutes to go. Season hangs on those last 5 minutes for the Waratahs. They have the line out through Humphreys. McRae. Now Turanui. Steinmetz having to make a tackle. Didn't really make it either, but Nicholas came back to help out. All a bit bunched up, the Waratahs. Humphreys driving ahead. Now they look to try and stretch it. Oh, nice work. Lyons into a gap. David Lyons. Here it is now for the Waratahs. Duncan McRae has scored and the crowd has gone silent.
TJ in such a tense struggle with time nearly up in the clock. It takes a lot of confidence to do a backline move like that. McRae coming, doubling around. Well done.
It's 25-23, and of course in all the excitement, let's remember that that was a bonus point try. Burt gets rid of it. Chance for one more line out. Well, Duncan McRae was celebrating. Tupper Henning says we'll have the line out. Highlanders have to get it in.
Got to get the ball in. Throw it in, Anton.
You play the line out, it's been formed.
Last throw of the dice for the Highlanders. Waratahs need to hang on here to stay alive. Pushing and shoving. Waratahs have got it. They'll kick it out and they'll stay alive in the Super 12. Waratahs are still in the hunt. The Highlanders get a bonus point, but now their chances are starting to hang in the balance. 5-pointer, of course, for the Waratahs. They go to 27, Highlanders to 28. And it's going to go to the wire next week, you would feel.
Justin Harrison, all concentration. As the smoke hovers over the park, the kick is made by David Holwell, and we're underway. The Hurricanes against the Brumbies. And Scott Favour has it now. Start by the Brumbies, you wouldn't expect anything less, and they get it away down towards halfway. Taken away by Daniel Smith. Now here's Tito having a go. Down to the 22, Hurricanes with a great opportunity here as Spice gets it wide to Collins. Back it goes to Spice. Now Holwell, Umaga to Nonu, Cullen, and Fa'atau will pick up the first try of the night. All about quick hands, and Lomi Fa'atau on the end of the lineup.
Well, it was a steal originally, and all the big players for the Hurricanes did the right thing. Tito, he didn't look for the pass. It was very quick ball, but look at the numbers in perfect formation, and it was just quickly through the hands. Everyone was involved. They knew what they were doing. They had the confidence to just get it out wide. That's an excellent try for the Hurricanes, and that's the style of football they've played all season, and it's working for them again tonight.
Holwell from nigh on in front adds the extra 2 points, and it's 10 points to 0. Well, they certainly back themselves, the Brumbies. Regan away to Larkham. Now Gitto. Across to Gerard. Oh, he's away from Nonu. And Gerard is in. And that is a try.
But that's given the Brumbies a great opportunity to get back in the game.
So Joe Roth, a very much more difficult kick this one than the previous. Starts it around, brings it around beautifully. That's much more like it. So Mark Gerard's try converted by Joe Roth, and the Brumbies are back in it. Once again, the Hurricanes don't bother contesting as the Brumbies change the direction of play. Larkham away to Gerard, and he's done it again. That's a terrific try by the Brumbies, a set piece, and Mark Gerard has scored. So here's Joe Roth from the other side of the field, and it doesn't make any difference. Terrific kick again from Joe Roth. 2 converted tries, 14-10. So Holwell again. It's bounced away for Brent Ward, and Brent Ward is going to sprint into the corner. Well, just like that, an opportunist try. And the Hurricanes hit back immediately.
Look at Gregan, he's going off. He had a crack at Paddy O'Brien, and now he's having a crack at Jonathan Kaplan.
Well, he's in shock, and did you see Brett Ward's face when he got up? He couldn't believe it either. Let's have a close look at it. It happened so quickly. He's probably saying the Brumbies jumper got taken out. I can't see it. Ward, he's an exceptionally quick player, almost a Cullen lookalike. Look at this. Georgie shouldn't have pointed the fingers off, and he should have made the tackle himself.
Yeah, Spice to Holwell. Umaga wants to go. He's got the ball up high, but they're well and truly looking after that midfield. Now Nonu gets a little bit of space. Here he goes. Away to Ward. Ward and Walker. Now Cullen. Cullen for the corner. And Cullen may well be in. Let's see what the referee has to say.
Going upstairs.
Bryce Lawrence with the call. Now
it creates a different angle, I guess.
Okay, give it to me.
I don't know if he can give that on the strength of that one.
Thank you.
That he can.
Well, it was a thrilling try, and Christian Cullen just adds another one. 56 in Super 12. It's been a thrilling 40 minutes of rugby that has seen the Hurricanes score 3 tries to 2 and lead the Brumbies at half-time 20-14. So the Brumbies pressing. Favour short to Wilson. Back on the inside. That looked more than a little forward, but hasn't been picked up. Ghetto now for Larkham. Ghetto, nice sleight of hand. Walker looking dangerous. They've just got him 5 metres out.
Advantage.
Playing advantage. Gregan. Charge at the line. Brumbies have got it up off the ground too.
Get on side, number 2. Leave it cold. Leave it cold.
Regan reaching in. Oh, that's easy. That is so easy. George Smith.
All I can see from this, and there's such a gaping hole here, is that the guys on the other side of the post were blinded to the fact there was no one else on the other side of the post.
I think you're absolutely right, Smithy. The padding there, you can just see, it's pretty bulky, and I was just thinking to myself, actually all Gregan had to do was just dive himself, and he could have touched that pad himself, and that would have been the try.
Converted by Joe Roth. So the Brumbies back in front, 21-20. George Smith picks up the 3rd try, so it's 3 tries apiece. Hurricanes set it again. Umaga heaves it across for Cullen. Back it goes to Umaga. Now he's got it. Now it's with Ward. Ward still going, and Brett Ward's in. George Gregan is disgusted with the tackling, and well, he might be too. Brent Ward, he got it here. Well, this is Cullen, in fact. The pass from Umaga through one, through two, and another one has a lunge as well. So he gets his second try tonight, and that's a bonus point try. Now Gregan sets them alight. Roth back on the inside for Wilson. Now Gregan clears up for Finnegan. This is the area that he's so good in, Owen Finnegan, bursting onto the Gregan passes.
Advantage.
Playing another advantage here.
Offsides, everyone.
Once again offside by the Hurricanes. Been taken quickly, and a crack at the line.
Last line, 7 behind me. Yep.
Really pressing hard here, the Brumbies.
Leave it here. All out.
Now Gregan off to Ghetto, gets it wide to Walker for the corner. And let's wait and see what Paddy O'Brien has to say. He might even call the TMO again.
Pretty good to me.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Thanks.
So that'll be a try to Andrew Walker. The Brumbies knew it. They were way back, over halfway. So back they come in the seesaw struggle. So Joe Roth now with the opportunity to put the Brumbies back in front by a single point. Another terrific kick. Well, he might have missed the first one, but he hasn't done much wrong since. He's converted all 4 tries. So it's a bonus point to the Brumbies as well, 28-27.
Wait, they're scrumming out.
Faber holding.
Good scrum from the Brumbies.
Oh, it's a penalty try. It's a penalty try. Jonathan Kaplan goes between the uprights. And that'll be a 7-pointer.
And then pull him down.
Well, that's a big call. But the Brumbies are happy enough about it.
Well, I said they were scrummaging well, but I didn't think they were going this well. They definitely had the momentum on. You can just see there's virtually nothing in front of them at this stage.
Come on when he's ready.
And I think he's come round. Is it Luke Williams and co? Luke Andrews, sorry. He comes round and just dives on the ball in there. I actually think that's fair enough. Smithy?
Yeah, I think that's a fair enough call. Just out and out pressure. And Gregan was the first one to ask for it. He can put the house on that. And Jonathan Kaplan obliged. I think it was just a case too of Masawi overbalancing and falling to the line of where they were going.
Time ticks by. Hurricanes will be happy to kill this off. Gregan playing the percentages, and that'll do it. And that is going to be a well-deserved victory for the Brumbies. George Gregan is thrilled about that, and so he should be. The Brumbies very much back in semi-final contention. 5 tries to 4 tonight. They've beaten the Hurricanes 35-27.
And a well-deserved victory for the Brumbies.
The Crusaders hammered the Stormers at Cape Town, outscoring the home side 6 tries to 1 and securing their final spot. The Blues tamed the Cats in a messy encounter marred by Paul Hamlin. The Reds continued their solid second half of the season, downing the Sharks, and the Bulls gave themselves a slim chance of a finals place with a win over the Chiefs. A series of tough matchups in the final round threw open all sorts of possibilities. The result of the Blues-Hurricanes match wouldn't affect the teams vying for the 4th semi-final spot. If the Brumbies beat the Crusaders, they would be home. If they lost, the Highlanders could slip in with a win over the Reds. If both lost, the Waratahs would be in with a chance. Meanwhile, the Bulls had all their fingers and toes crossed.
Great crowd here tonight. They're expecting over 26,000. Standing room only. The Brumbies faithful here to see if their side can force their way into the playoffs for the 4th year in a row. 10 internationals in the Crusaders run-on team. They've got a couple on the bench as well. A rematch of last year's finalists. Between them, they've won 5 Super 12 titles. 4 to the Crusaders, 1 to the Brumbies. We're underway. Crunch time here at Canberra Stadium. And the Brumbies have it from the kickoff. Larkham through the hands, wide they go. And that's Gerard, mistake. But we'll come back.
Yeah, he was playing advantage for the knock forward from the kickoff. Thank goodness for Mark Gerard.
They've played 10 times.
Not yet. Crouch and hold. He goes.
The Brumbies have won 4, the Crusaders 5, including 2 grand finals against the Brumbies. 4 of their matches have been decided by 7 points or less. Advantage here for the Brumbies. The crowd roared as there was a high shot. Walker's put it down. They'll come back for a penalty.
Yeah, number 10.
Joel Wilson down on the ground after receiving a knock.
Yeah, it was a coat hanger. I think it was from Leon McDonald in the first glance. That's who he's called out.
That's very, very dangerous.
Oh dear.
Yellow card.
Problems early on. Leon McDonald in the bin for 10 minutes.
Well, it was obviously very clear what he saw there, Jonathan Kaplan. Joel Wilson, I thought, initially...
Well, that's the old-fashioned coat hanger.
They're very wide out in the backs.
They go to the back of the line-out, and it's a good two-handed take. Gregan, Larkham, Gitto. Double round, Larkham. Walker slicing through. Good tackle by Vunumbaka. 3 metres out the Brumbies. Gregan looking for a runner, gives it to Harua. Spins in the tackle, can't find a way across the chalk though. Gregan again. Gitto. Gitto slicing through. Track time. The Brumbies have the first 5-pointer. Matt Gitto spotted the opening. He's electric off the mark. And he's got the try.
And it was a masterpiece of Brumbies craft. They went very, very wide. The loop by Larkham, he doubled around and then sent it wide to Walker, who was pulled up just short. It's come back 2 phases later. They went to Harua, then they went to Gitto. He has done a lot of work on his own, but the fact was they'd stretched the defence and then stretched it again. Look at Gitto squeezing in between. Inside Caleb Rowell, outside Daniel Carter. Significantly, they've never played together in the centres.
And converted as well.
They've won it through Brad Thorne.
Keep it up, go Thorne! Get on him, yo!
The Crusaders looking to hit back.
Get on sides, on sides!
Very close. They go to the short side. It's a try. They've hit back through the forwards.
That is a bit of brilliance by Ben Hurst in the end, but he capitalised on some great work. I think it was Richie McCaw who almost scored. Hurst, it was so easy because the Brumbies have used up their defenders, pulling down McCaw. You go through it, Kernsey, it's your area.
Yeah, well, they tried to force Thorne back, but they slipped off the side of it. He just snuck that little sneaky one around the blind, as we talked about. Then a man, I couldn't see who it was, picked and did the little drive here.
It was McCaw there.
Yeah, McCaw, little drive, slipped over, placed back. Oh, easy.
24 minutes gone, first half, and through they go. McDonald with the step. Gregan coming at him, needs support. That gap opened up. And it's the Crusaders on the charge. Play on though. I think the Brumbies may have stolen it, did they?
Stay onside!
To Marty Harua. Was he onside? Doesn't matter.
But it's turned again, and now Hammett has it.
Even wide!
And they're in trouble out to the left. Now they've recovered the Brumbies from that.
Hurst looking for 3 points, and it's there. Daniel Carter. And they lead. The Crusaders in front 8-7. 11 minutes remaining in the first half. It's been a try apiece. A try to Gitto, converted by Roth for the Brumbies. A try to Ben Hurst. And then a drop goal to Daniel Carter for the Crusaders.
And that makes the lineouts 9-5.
Vunumbaka leads support, finds it, and over the top it goes. Gregan across there in cover. Desperate defence now from the Brumbies as the Crusaders put a foot into touch. But they'll come back for a penalty.
On the side.
Yeah, there were players in that scramble who were offside from the Brumbies.
Carter. No problems from there. They extend the lead. The Crusaders now 11-7. Hurst McDonald. Ralph. Oh, how did he get through there? And now he's got Mark Hammett. Hammett pulled down. And there's Chris Jack. And it's the Crusaders on the charge. Gaps opening up close to the ruck. Wide they go, McDonald, and Vunumbaka scores the try for the Crusaders, and he'll run around. Great work by the defending champs. Well, they might be missing some of their big names in the back line, but the finishers are still out there. Vunumbaka, his 7th try this year, his 28th for the Crusaders. The man who's played 13 tests for Fiji was there, but what about Hammett? He's having a field day out there.
With Caleb Ralph on the original one. I've seen rocket ships take off from Cape Canaveral with less warning, and he still got through. Have a look at this pass from Leon McDonald here. Summed it up, had 2 on 1. Yes, he went wide of Joe Roth. Vunumbaka unmarked. They'll be asking Andrew Mertens, who was he? It'll be a trivia question. McDonald slaying them this evening. Great pass. Good finishing, Vunumbaka.
Oh, and how good is Mark Hammett going? He is running like a gazelle. I just want to see him put a chip over the top or do something like that. He's done everything else tonight.
Another foundation member, 96, he was there for their first Super 12 game.
Flags are up again from Cardoso. That's a very handy lead now. It's 18 points to 7. Magnificent performance by the Crusaders in this opening 40 at Canberra Stadium. The Crusaders back from South Africa, and at half-time it is 18 points to 7. Owen Finnegan is on there for the Brumbies. Played about 20 minutes or so last week against the Hurricanes. Asked to play 40 tonight and was come back from injury. Finnegan in there, steal the ball. What a start for Finnegan. And now George Smith getting the Brumbies on the front foot. You would think they'd have to be the first team to score here. Ghetto! Walker, what a start to the second half. Andrew Walker, prolific try scorer. 7th try for the season, 31st now for the Brumbies. They're on their feet here. The home side back in it, and it can go back to Finnegan.
That's right. The ball. Every building must have a solid foundation, and here it comes. Have a look at him. One of the more annoying players in world rugby. He just taunted the Crusaders by latching that huge arm around the side, and it came to this. Have a look at this for a ball, Kernsey. You enjoyed it. That is an absolute perler from Matt Gitto out the back of the right arm to Andrew Walker, who is ready to roll.
Well, and how much could you sense that urgency from the Brumbies just lifting? They've come out at 1 billion miles an hour.
Gregan, cut out pass. Wilson on the 10-metre mark. Gregan goes in looking for it and finds Vickerman. Vickerman! What a try! Daniel Vickerman will never score a more important try for the Brumbies. Let's make sure he scored it. Oh, they're going to go upstairs. Did he get it down after all that?
Joe Maddock, I think it may have been with a magic act. Let's check this.
This will be a remarkable tackle if he's been able to hold him up. Vickerman doesn't look that happy.
Yeah, I saw maybe. Well, doesn't score too many, Vickerman. Here we go, Joe Maddock. He's latched onto it there. Have a look at this. Does the ball make contact there? The crowd thinks so. I don't know.
Well, looks like Maddock's got the pill.
We may see a better angle here, Kernsey. Here we go.
Yeah, I think Maddock's got it. Unbelievable save.
That is what's known in the classics as a turning point.
TP. You could do a DVD on 100 TPs too. But great attacking position here for the Brumbies. Significantly, Roth is on the right. Larkham is on the left. Need good clean ball. They have it.
Roth, Wilson. Advantage being played here for the Brumbies for a high tackle. Finnegan! Finnegan! Got it down! off the bench at half-time. So Vickerman denied, Finnegan no stopping it. McDonald, intercept by Finnegan.
Advantage White.
Advantage White.
And there's on here. It's on here. Joe Roth.
Roth! Still going. Fires it over the top. Walker. Maddock got across there. Still going, Walker. Gitto. The Brumbies. Stolen by Vunambaka, though. Penalty to the Brumbies.
Roll away. 12 in the tackle.
Player not rolling away for the Crusaders. But all of a sudden, gaps opening up for the Brumbies.
Are there White 7?
Joe Maddock. He's such a slippery character. Still there. Marshall gives it to McDonald, who dummies. Jack carrying it on. Getting dangerously close now, the Crusaders. Marshall. Vunambaka's got his hand up out on the right wing. He wants a touch of it. But Ralph goes on his own. And it's come out the Brumbies side.
You're not the tackler. You're not the tackler, so you can't play it.
Penalty to the Crusaders. Very kickable. No problems from there. And a penalty, and it's 21 apiece. The Crusaders and the Brumbies. Still a long way to go. Over 23 minutes remaining in the second half. Caleb Ralph.
7!
Marshall. Marshall gives it to Brad Thorne. Thorne! Big Brad Thorne for the line. Can they hold him up? Try! Oh, great try by Brad Thorne.
How well has he done to get there?
Yep. He was entitled to be tackled, no doubt about that, but there was just no stopping the big man.
No, there was custard-wristed arms on him. There was no shoulder. Marshall did the hard work. Larkham fell off him. Roth fell off him. Gerard tried to get him in a strange sort of position.
All these kicks are important. Now, Carter at the extra is not a bad attempt. It's over. So he's out there because there's no Mertens, and he's been out there quite often in Andrew Mertens' absence this year and handled himself very, very well for such a young man. Turnover, Crusaders. Magnificent defence by the Crusaders.
13 phases they defended for, and then there's outstanding hooker Mark Hammett. Takes the glory by punting it downfield. Gerard under pressure.
Taken by Vunambaka.
Away from one. Strength to wrestle him off.
From 2. 3. Gerard into the traffic. Running back towards his support.
Could be a TP there.
Gitto gives it now. Wilson! Wilson! Desperate defence on that occasion, saving it again. And it's popped out. And it's towed into touch now.
Larkin is still down.
They're looking at his jaw, are they?
No, it's his shoulder, that arm that he has the problem with the nerve, maybe.
Uh-oh. See this left arm here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Collarbone, maybe.
Oh.
Converted try. They're going to lock it up. The Crusaders' defence has been superb for most of the night. Has somebody got some little bit of magic? George Smith taken there. Needs a quick release. Gregan runs in. Penalty again. Penalty again to the Brumbies. They can't put it out because the siren has sounded. Big Beaumont.
Well, looks like a turnover here.
Who's got it?
Right, moving forward.
That's it.
It's all over. It's the end of the road for the Brumbies in 2003. Maybe they missed the opportunity, of course, to clinch a spot. Now they rely on other decisions, other results, but full time here. The Crusaders clinch second spot, 28 points to 21 over the Brumbies. For the Brumbies to go through, they now need the Reds to beat the Highlanders and the Chiefs to beat the Waratahs. And of course, they've got to keep the Bulls out of the mix as well.
The Brumbies' bonus point was enough to end the Bulls' season, but it meant the Highlanders only had to beat the Reds to make it an all-Kiwi semi-final series. But the Reds rallied to give their departing skipper Totai Kepu a rousing Ballymore send-off. The fate of the Brumbies then was placed in the hands of the Waratahs. Needing a bonus point win to sneak ahead of the Brumbies, the New South Walesmen's mission was clear. They needed to put on 4 tries against the lowly ranked Chiefs. With only 2 tries in the bag and 12 minutes left on the clock, they needed cool heads. Instead, local hero Matt Dunning took centre stage.
Dunning looking for a three-pointer. It's there. Well, only time you don't want the goal to go over, and it's gone over. I think he might regret that at the end of the game, I think, Greg. 20 points to 14.
Well, normally I would be jumping up and down, going berserk at Matt Dunning, slotting a field goal from 28 metres out. He can't believe it. The crowd can't believe it. He's going, oh my God, sorry. He's apologising for kicking a drop goal. Oh.
I think the crowd were actually, they're not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh, everyone was hoping he'd miss that.
Well, it's given them some breathing space. 20 points to 14, and the time is just ticking away. 12 minutes to go.
Oh, it was a reflex action. And front rowers aren't supposed to have reflexes.
Advantage blue ball. Staniforth. It's not enough though. It's a win to the Waratahs. They finish on a high, but not high enough. Full time, Waratahs 25, Chiefs 14. So the Waratahs move up the ladder somewhat, but they don't make the semi-finals. The Brumbies are in thanks to the Reds' victory over the Highlanders a little earlier on.
The Hurricanes, looking for some form going into the semi-finals, were outclassed by the Blues, while the Crusaders were finding the right stuff at the business end of the season. A bonus point for the Brumbies proved vital. The Bulls finished on a winning note, and the Stormers proved too good for the Cats. The final standings showed the Blues were clearly a class above the rest. Defending champions, Crusaders finished strongly. The Hurricanes proved themselves a new force, while the Brumbies snuck into 4th ahead of the Waratahs. The Bulls defied all expectations to lead the South African teams. With the Highlanders season at an end, coach Laurie Maines exited amid revelations concerning the poor relationship he had with his players. The Reds and the Stormers needed more away wins in the first half of the season, while the Chiefs, Sharks and the Cats were happy to consign the 2003 season to history. In the last few matches, the Crusaders showed they had the cool precision, punishing defence and big match smarts to defend their crown. The Hurricanes would need to sort out their problems in the line-out and scrum if they were to be a chance of reaching their first Super 12 final.
David Holwell with the ball for the Hurricanes, and the semi-final at Jade Stadium is underway. First claimed by Sam Broomhall, and the Crusaders just near their 22, and Major gets the kick away and safely into touch down near the 10-metre line. So Aaron Major preferred tonight to Andrew Mertens in the starting lineup. Now the line-out, big problem for the Hurricanes in recent weeks.
This will be intriguing, won't it? Can they win their own ball efficiently? Tito, he's really the only recognised line-out forward against Jack and Maxwell.
A good clean take by Tito first up. Ormsby sends the pass away. Holwell. Ball is knocked down, and the Hurricanes look as though they might have lost possession. Just in Crusaders territory. No, it looks like it might come on the other side. The Hurricanes have got it back. Spice away for Daniel Smith, the hooker, and a penalty, an early penalty.
Holding on.
And it's against Sam Broomhall holding the ball. Holwell kicking 76% so far this season. That's gone up slightly with an early penalty goal, and the Hurricanes lead by 3-0.
So this will be the first time we've seen the Crusaders spin the ball.
Off the back goes Broomhall. Runs into Whātau, but they're inside the 22 for the first time. Now Marshall gets the pass away. Drop kick coming up, and drop kick made by Aaron Major. Big Crusaders scrum. He's reversed the penalty here.
Reversing on him. Come here, please. Come here.
That was originally a Hurricanes penalty.
Mate, when I blow the whistle, that means you stop playing. You leave his head alone, thank you. I'm reversing the penalty now. He can't go down on the ball and you can't play his head. Thank you. Back you go, 10 metres, guys.
So Carter adds to the earlier drop goal by Aaron Major, and the Crusaders for the first time lead after 15 minutes. Now it's Fairbrother. Takes it for the setup for Jason Spice. Holwell now for Umaga. Back inside to Nonu. Went a bit high on him, and it's too high. So Oyalo.
Thank you.
Now Tito. Holwell again. Umaga back for Holwell. Umaga back again, but it was a head-high tackle. Early penalty by Holwell in a major drop goal, and a Carter penalty. Here's Holwell again, trying to regain the lead, at least to bring the Hurricanes up to even Stevens, and he's done that.
Thank you. Use it!
Broomhall away from Marshall. Marshall gallops into the gap. Taken down by Carter. And now Marshall delivers it off to McDonald's. Back in the action is Leon McDonald. Now Marshall gets it away again. Calling Maddock in on the angle. And this will be calling on the Hurricanes to make a lot of tackles here. They're lined away to the right here, the Crusaders. Major. Back on the inside to Caleb Ralph. Marshall once more. Now Major. Marshall again sees the gap and then gets hit by Jerry Collins. Broomhall having a go for the line. Referee checks. And there's the first try. Carter. And a very good kick. So the Broomhall try converted. And it's 13 points to 6 Crusaders.
Guys, this player here. On this side, this player here, mate. Just angry in and down.
Against Tony Penn on the loose head side.
Shall we go?
Here's Carter's kick from close to the post. Penalty goal, and it's 16 to 6.
That's okay. Wait for it, waiting.
Dangerous time here for the Hurricanes just before half-time. Ball knocked back, fielded by Caleb Ralph. Ball pops back on the other side, and quite clearly a hand did it. Chance to end the first half on a high note for the Crusaders, and just holding its line, sneaks inside, and there goes the half-time whistle. Now it's been snapped up by the Hurricanes. It was they lost control of it there for a moment. Spice brings it out for Nonu. Look at this, Nonu again bursting out of tackles. Now here's Holwell. Here's an opportunity going wide, and Daniel Smith can't pick it up, but the referee was playing advantage.
Well, all eyes were on Umaga. He got the ball midfield. He was looking for half a chance. It wasn't there.
Holwell, and the first points of the second half, just as they had the first in the first half, go to the Hurricanes. The kickoff goes down to Holwell. Off to So'oialo. He gave it back to Collins.
Well, so often those two work together.
1, 2, 3, straight down. 1, 2, 3. No attempt to stay on your feet. You turned him. You return, you must release.
So penalty apiece in the second half. 22 points to 9. Not straight, I would have thought. Not called though. So here's Umanga having a crack at the defence, but they've looked after him pretty well. Fatau, he's been unemployed.
He got absolutely swamped.
Ball turned over. Marshall again. Bounces off the foot of Nonu and away goes Nonu. Delivers the pass to Ward and a bit against the run of play, but the Hurricanes have scored through Brent Ward. Here's Holwell's conversion. Well, it's a 7-pointer, and suddenly the alarm bells might start ringing in the Crusaders camp. It's 22-16. Now here's a Crusaders blindside move. They've still got the ball up off the ground here, going to the line.
Yes, try.
And that is a try. Might be Richie McCaw, I think. Got the blood dripping from the cut above the eye, but a big try. Good kick. Off the top goes Jack once more. Crusaders, they look to have a lot of room out there in midfield. Player taken out. Leon McDonald, I think. Now Marshall and Peter Marshall. He's going to call somebody out here. It's Tana Umanga.
Mate, just calm down.
No, you. We're not playing tiddlywinks here.
No, stay there.
That's a big call.
No, but he's frustrated. He's frustrated with all the calls.
Yeah, I thought that's it. Number 12, thanks. You 12? Yeah, mate, just I want it down, thank you.
There's nothing wrong with that, Peter.
I thought there was. So I'm your referee, mate. I'm sorry. I want it down lower, thanks. I know. We'll just get him down lower.
Let's have a little look at this.
Now, what is wrong with that? And the penalty goal kicked by Carter, 32-16. Remember, no Nathan Major, no Mark Robinson, so they've needed somebody to come into midfield, and Carter has filled that role. He's played first five as well. Now Flutie. Out into centre field, Collins. Bounces Robertson out of the road. Spice. Flutie again. Just no gaps being left. Spice. Knock on. Right in front of the post. Playing advantage. And the try is scored by Scott Robertson. Off an error. And that will just about do it for the Crusaders. Carter adds the extras.
Engage. Steady. Keep it up. Straight.
Robertson off the back. Away goes Mertens. Again, Nonu forced to get across and make the tackle on Scott Hamilton. Vunnambaka. Hurst again for Robertson. Hamilton gets it wide. Hurricanes are being forced to make a lot of tackles in the second half.
It's okay, it's okay.
Ball under control.
Here it is.
There it is on the Crusaders side.
Thanks, guys.
Well, there it was. Obviously came back with the assistance of a hand.
Yeah, but once again, unnecessary penalty.
Cullen takes it quickly. Looking to spark maybe one last try. Great tackle in midfield by Robertson. Ball bounces loose, Vunnambaka. Time is up. Ruben Thorne sends it wide. Crusaders heading to another final. And the ball lost forward. And that might just about be it. As the ball is lost forward. But once again, the Crusaders are through to the final. They have a shot at making a 5th championship, and they've been decisive here tonight. 19-6 they led at half-time, and the Hurricanes, who didn't start the season with any great expectations, they made the semi-final, but they've been snuffed out here tonight by a champion team.
The Brumbies arrived in Auckland talking up their chances. But with the likes of Steve Larkham, Sterling Mortlock, Andrew Walker and Matt Kitto missing, they look to be too undermanned to worry the Blues, who boast the best attack and defence records in the Super 12 and who had not dropped a game at home all year.
And so the second semi-final of the 2003 Extra Super 12 was underway at Eden Park, and straight away the Blues quite happy to pass the ball inside their own 22 and try and create space for Carlos Spencer, who's rifled the kick downfield but has not found touch. And they'll look to bring it back through Tamaiti Horua. Now Roth coming in close, and you see Bartholomew's in midfield. Number 14 is Damien McAnally. The Brumbies will look to get into their metronomic phase play early in this game. Howard in, as we expected, at first receiver. Scott Faber, ball knocked away from him in the tackle, but the Brumbies still have it. Joe Roth in 15. Regan and Howard looking for the kick on the angle.
Hold there, hold, four.
And once again, the kick downfield. Oh, what a great start to the game for the Blues, driving the Brumbies back on the kick, John Drake.
Well, you could say that that was a fluke of a kick, but I don't think it was. I think that Spencer purposely kicked it off the side of his foot.
Well, the Blues have survived the early onslaught. They have the advantage. Spencer short pass to Tui Tupou. Smith makes the tackle and doesn't roll away.
Number 7, not a line release. Roll away, number 7.
So after surviving some pressure, the Blues are going to have a shot at goal right out in front. Spencer puts the Blues in front. Collins again. I think that's his 4th line-out win at the back in a row. They've been good at this so far, the Blues. And Mialamu comes away with it. He's got Collins. Collins has to wait for some support, and it's there in the form of Devine. Blues driving over it. Xavier Rush comes in, but McDonald plays halfback. Now Deacon Manu. Oh, nicely done by Braid. McDonald. The young Blues forwards doing well. Now Spencer. Muliaina. Spencer. He's got Howlett with him. Devine! Steve Devine scores for the Blues.
Let him come down.
George is getting prickly. Spencer has it. Tui Tupou again running hard at the defence. It's a midfield combination that hasn't played together for the Brumbies, and the Blues are testing it.
And they're doing a lot of this too, just driving up the middle. I don't think the Brumbies expected this.
Get on side! Leave it wide!
They're right out in front. Spencer switching it. Muliaina takes it back into the forwards. Mialamu tackled by Smith, who's getting through a power of work. Blues getting close, over!
Just get up.
Well, Jonathan Kaplan will go to the video ref, but John Drake, first instinct, well, that's a try.
I think he gets there. There's the ball. Safe as, look, he's almost crawling along the ground, but yeah, for me, that's a dead set try.
Case Muse has scored. Spencer adds the conversion. The Blues lead by 15-0. Collins again doing some great line-out work at the back. Muliaina Now looking for gear, bumping off the first man, Pat Howard. Then getting the pass away to Spencer, who finds Rush. Rush up the middle. Taken on by Tui Tupou. Oh, now Williams has had the ball smuggled in. Deacon Manu. Rampaging run. Devine, they're stretched out right. Muliaina. Howlett. Blues forwards are doing some great setup work. Now here's Rush. Showing his strength. Smith goes in for it, but he can't pick it up. Spencer back and close to the forwards. Muliaina. Devine has a look on the short side. Oh, brilliantly done by Rico Gear. Rokotoko! Third try for the Blues. Spencer, Tenen from the left wing touch. Would you believe it? 9 minutes to play in the first half and it's 22-0. First scrum of the second half. Smith fires it away on the short side to Bartholomew's. Strongly ahead.
Last line, play on. Last line.
Go on the short side to Jeremy Paul. Now Gregan takes off straight up the middle. No one with him initially, and the Blues have got it. Deacon Manu struggling ahead. So that time it was Gregan who got isolated. Well, Bill Young coming around, but not offside, says the referee. That was out. Blues have recovered it. Mialamu gets the pass away to Spencer. Tries the banana kick away to the left wing side of the field. Gerard back in field to Roth. Now McInally kicks ahead, and he's kicked into a lot of space here. It sits up for him. Damien McInally. Bartholomew's upended in the tackle by Rokotoko. Jeremy Paul has it. Vickerman. Roth. Danger here. Joe Roth. Such an important try at the start of the second half. Wilson scores it. Joe Roth converts. Now Young picks it up. Howard flinging it out into centre field. Bartholomew's. Oh, just showing a little bit of inexperience there, but the support was there. Now they get it wide to Roth. Once again, the Brumbies threaten. Jeremy Paul. Gregan. They're queuing up away on the left. Pass goes out to George Smith. Now the Blues are really stretched. Howard to Gregan. Throws a long pass across field. Here's another try coming up for the Brumbies, and it's Finnegan. Finnegan is hurt. He scored the try, but he looks in some discomfort. Well, Hallett is the first out of the blocks. Doug Hallett to try and get to the kicker, but Joe Roth not put off. And it's 22-14. He's got a 15-minute window. Blues have it off the back of the line out. So that's something the Brumbies didn't need either at this stage. Mialamu just inside the 22. Devine. Rush. Now Muse scored one of the 3 tries in the first half. Spencer onto Muliaina, trying to fend his man off, has done so. Muliaina! Brilliant try by Mills Muliaina. That's got the Blues back on track.
Play on.
Now they go to the short side and Spencer decides to have a go. Gets past Smith. Muse, thundering run. Howlett with him. Backs and forwards combining. Tui Tupo. They've got the Brumbies on the back foot again. Spencer. Muliaina. Short pass to Howlett. Braid. This is great rugby. Devine again. Oh, Spencer.
For once he went the wrong way.
Yeah, McAnally was out. And the referee playing advantage. McAnally lining all over the ball. And they were offside as well. Carlos obliges. Harrison. Beaumont away to Finnegan. Collins comes out to make the tackle. Gregan to Smith. Good drive here from the Brumbies forwards. Gregan flips it back to Finnegan. Just short. Favour. Bartholomew scores. Brumbies are not done with. Roth converts. And the margin is back to 9 points. McDonald wins the line out.
A legal sack.
Went down, but you heard Jonathan Kaplan there say a legal sack. Now Ali Williams trying to come away with it. Almost lost it. Spencer to Muliaina. Looking to jink his way through. Upended in the tackle by Bartholomew's. Nicely done by Braid. Daniel Braid. Inside the 22. Devine. Spencer. Oh, beautifully done. What a wonderful try. Finnegan gets it away to Roth, who's been at everything in the second half. Here's Harrison. That has gone forward. The referee didn't notice. Harrison. One of the Blues players down and out in back play while this goes on.
I think it's Steve Devine.
That's gone ahead, and it's been hacked ahead by Rokathoko. Picks it up. Rush. Howlett. Blues are into the final. The kick goes over for Spencer.
Get a stretcher, please.
Calling for a stretcher.
Yeah, you can just see now, he comes in here, boom, and he just gets a knock on right on Gus Collins' head. That's what it was about. Gus Collins was hurt as well. Just a clash of heads. Oh, look at that.
That's a very sad sight. The feisty Blues halfback leaving the field on a stretcher.
A minute ago he just said he wanted to call it quits. Now he wants to play until 12 o'clock.
Engage! One.
Not allowed to here. I don't think the local residents allow it.
Wait there, 7. Wait there, 7. Okay, ball out.
Regan on the wraparound, flinging a big pass out to Roth. McAnally puts a kick towards the in goal. Lee Stensness gets back. Has the final say in the game, the veteran. And the Blues have chalked up a final at Eden Park. They'll be back here next week to take on the defending champions, the Crusaders.
A crowd of 45,000 turned out at Eden Park for a clash between the powerhouses of Super 12 rugby. It was the first final for the Blues since 1998, when the Crusaders ended their hopes of winning a hat-trick of titles. The Crusaders have won all but one title since and are seeking their 5th crown. The Blues were slight favourites, but they would have to be at their best to put the mighty Crusaders to the sword.
and the Super 12 final for 2003 is underway, and Daniel Carter puts it away to the blind side, if you like, taken down by Doug Howlett for the Blues, and immediately Gibson is under pressure from the Crusaders, but they've channeled it nicely, the Blues, and they've managed to get it back on their side. Carlos Spencer waits patiently, chased across by Marshall, but Spencer makes good contact as they go to the first line out of the final. And Howlett has to hand back, and Spencer, he's got them scrambling here with Leon McDonald, and Rocco Folco comes up quickly. McDonald does well, or then he throws it away, and a bit of pressure here on the Crusaders.
The numbers back to the ball, Crusaders. Quite wonderful, really.
Both sides fancy their chances here. Justin Marshall can see in there, and it is coming on the Crusaders side slowly. Marshall gets the kick away, and Joe Maddock chasing, but it's in touch. Well, a frenetic start.
Ooh, another scrum.
Big scrum from the Blues. Here's Gibson, flicks it off to Rush, and he's just lost it forwards. Whistle's gone though. Let's see what Andre Watson has to say.
No advantage, I want to play this one. For this one.
Knocked on by the Crusaders. Well, big scrum, the Blues.
Well, that's giving it back. That's really disruption. That's total disruption of the ball.
Gibson rips it out. Hands off Somerville. Lovely run from David Gibson. 15 metres out. Ball lost, but not forward. Rocco Folco has it for the Blues.
Yeah, listen.
Well, what a great run by David Gibson. Just handed off Greg Somerville and took off. Right, looking for a good scrum here, the Blues. They've kept it straight on this occasion. Much better. Now Gibson off to Spencer. Turns and puts the kick in. McDonald waits. And the ball just nosed forward by Gus Collins. Oh, boy. Clever kick. Reuben Thorne has it. Now Marshall sends it off to Major. Here's a chance as Rico Gear goes back.
And he's in trouble. Over the top they go.
Red jerseys there, all right. Ball bounces loose. Spencer. And it's scrambled into touch. And how quickly things can change as the Blues now very much on defence. Now Justin Marshall takes on the defence. Back it goes to Jack. Nice touch from him. Robertson gets into the clear. 10-metre line in Blues territory. Ball bounces clear for Richie McCaw as the Crusaders heading down towards the 22. Now Major back on the inside for Robertson again. And the Crusaders with very good continuity. Major again. Just stabs it in behind, but Howlett's read it well. And he got out of it well done, Howlett.
Yeah. Howlett, tremendous.
So Mark Hammett. This time it's straight to Brad Thorne. They work to move nicely to Hammett. He's got a man on the inside, Hammett. They join him in, and Hammett to the line. There's the first try. Beautifully worked. The All Blacks used it last year, Robertson and Hammett. And the Crusaders have pulled it out in the final.
Yes, they play like a team, so clinically together, so crisp, so accurate. Did you have a look at that? The move worked, admittedly, gave Hammett some space, but Hammett kept his feet, and then just have a look at the support when it arrived. He kept his feet somehow, and there they come, 3, 4, 5 of them. Well, how could you stop it?
Beautifully worked try by the Crusaders. They've drawn first blood in the final. And now it's young Daniel Carter, who's been a revelation this year. His first kick of the night, and he's just pulled it to the right. But what an outstanding try by Mark Hammett.
Very effective, the Crusaders. Gang tackling 2-on-1 within 10 metres of the ruck and all. They only commit the bare number. See, there's 4 men standing outside that ruck.
Spencer's peeling back. He might have a drop kick here if the time comes, though, because there's a penalty coming. And it's taken 21 minutes and 50 seconds for Andre Watson to award the first penalty of the game.
This man's getting their ball.
Carlos Spencer was out half an hour before the game started in this very position, landing penalties.
Well, this is crucial, of course, because he's playing so well. I guess the only thing that would worry the All Black selectors would be his goal kicking under pressure. This is finals time. Big pressure. First kick. Well, couldn't be more down the centre, could it? What a way to start. Often when a kicker kicks the first one, and admittedly that one was in front, it augurs well for the remaining kicks in the match.
Right, here's Carter. 3 points on offer. He's missed this too. Well, I wonder how long the Crusaders will put up with inferior goal kicking. With Andrew Merton sitting on the bench, it's a factor to consider as the game unfolds. Couple of minutes remaining in the first half of the final of 2003, and Arnie Williams, one of the outstanding line-out forwards in this competition, as the Blues try and take the Crusaders on. Referee's playing advantage. It's against number 5, Chris Jack. And Spencer's going to have a drop kick, and that's an indication that he's happy to take the penalty.
No advantage.
And if he can land this, Carlos Spencer, it'll be the Blues in front for the first time. Struck it beautifully. Blues in front for the first time by 6-5. Close to the touchline. Oops, there's a chance here for Mark Hemmett.
Right up. Someone blocked me. Time
It's
out.
going to check it. There's Andre Watson.
Cutsy, can you hear me? Cutsy?
It might be a second try for Mark Hemmett. It was a Spencer mistake.
And someone moved in front of me. The next thing I saw the ball.
Said it, but he made a mistake. Right, well, here's the finish of it. He moved the ball. And he stretches out and plants it. That is a try, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful try.
I was just going to say to you, how important is this restart? And Gibson did very well to take the ball that close to the touchline, but it was a Spencer error. And now the kicker is Andrew Merton. So exit Daniel Carter from the kicking tee.
So now the champion goal kicker. Let's see if he can come off the bench and land the first kick. No, he can't either. He's well wide of the mark. And that is half-time in the final. 2 tries by the hooker, Mark Hemmett, to 2 penalty goals by Carlos Spencer. The Crusaders, the defending champions, have the lead by 10-6. Pretty good scrum first up this time from the Blues. Braid gets it away for Gibson. Turning and kicking is Maddock. It's in no man's land at the moment. Now it's with Spencer. Case Muse puts the head down and away he goes. Mialamu.
Yes, created a maul intentionally.
Spencer, very short pass. Back it goes to Spencer from Braid.
Oh, he's very good in a confined area, Carlos Spencer.
McDonald wants the call.
Last feet 9.
Bit untidy, but now it comes for Gibson. And very nearly again. Now Muliaina frees it up. Here's a chance. Gear. He's got Howlett on the inside. And Doug Howlett.
Well, you get the feeling Howlett loves to score tries. The ecstasy on his face. Not so much now, but have a look in the replay when he scores it. Well, it was another Auckland Blues try. It was Blues all the way, and they've been doing that all season. It all started from Gibson making a little hole, just enough for Muliaina to do just enough once again, for Rico Gear to do just enough finally for Howlett to get clear space.
Off the top it goes. Marshall for Mertens. Short pass. Oh, there was a welcome in committee there. But Andre Watson has said that the Auckland Blues were offside at the line-out. So here's Andrew Mertens. This is a 50-metre on the angle. Distance, off the post. Now they're going to try and control this. Case Muse does well. And the Blues should be able to get out of trouble here. Spencer. And thumps it away downfield. And to the 10-metre line it goes. Well, a mighty kick by Mertens. But the Blues have scrambled it away. Or too far. Beautifully handled by McCaw. Held by Spencer. Now Mertens shovels it on quickly. Got a chance out wide here. McDonald hits the line hard. Somehow he held on to the ball though. Wonderful hands by Leon McDonald as he's hit hard in the tackle. It's scrambled loose, and now here's Gibson. As the race is on, Rokafoko leading the charge. Still there. Ball lost forward by the Crusaders.
It was not forward.
Nine on the ball on the ground.
No, he didn't.
Number 9, just go back.
Just go back. Stand off their feet, Kaliniak. And from the angles. Reds.
What is it, a penalty?
Of course it is, yes. Go back 10.
Nialamu looking for Williams. Not contesting the Crusaders. As the Blues are going to have a crack.
Yes, they're in backs and all, no, all forwards.
Quite a few of the backs there, though.
There's a couple in there. They're not really making it.
Nialamu has it.
Marching forward, there it is, it's coming down, it's still on their side.
Case Muse.
Good
power again.
He likes that low trajectory. There it is, pushing it back, get your head up.
Stay with me.
Gibson has it. Now Spencer. Muliaina.
Ran into a great defensive wall. Wonderful defence. Have they got it still? Do they still have it? 4 phases, Blues.
No.
Turnover.
Crusaders have it. Marshall heaves it back. Mertens in trouble. Throws the pass. Boy, that was brave. Rokafoko going back. But the Crusaders are out of trouble. Andrew Mertens.
Well, he got the ball, it bounced, he had nowhere to go, and he realised it. Thanks for bailing me. Have a look at this, not a good one. So he had Spencer on one side, oh yes, great defence, wasn't it? Spencer on one side, Braid on the other. Somehow he got rid of it.
Gibson, away goes a little fellow again. He's through once more, looking for Howlett. Could have been an early tackle, I suspect it is. Carlos Spencer appealing for a penalty try.
Time out.
And, well, what's the call going to be here from Andre Watson? Early tackle.
Look, it's not a trench match. You thought he was going to get the ball. Don't pull him before the ball. Okay? Just go back 10. Don't play him without the ball.
Perfect view of this as Spencer drills it through the centre. And the Blues lead by 4. And away goes Rush. Chased and taken. Gibson. Now Spencer. Change of direction with a kick. Clever kick too. It's going to bounce. And getting back is Joe Maddock. He's going to have the pace to get out of trouble.
He had no left foot.
He didn't have a left foot, but he scrambled it.
Well, he did have a left foot, but he couldn't kick with it.
Big throw here for Darren Whitcomb. And he's nailed it first time.
I think that... Gibson's in there driving on the ball.
Having a real go here with about 4 metres to go.
Yeah,
to the line they go, the try is scored. Now let's try and sort out who did it. Could be Daniel Braid.
Well, he had it at the back of the maul and he just persisted with the pumping of the legs, and then the second wave came round behind him. And they drove him over. Have a good look. Well, they'll be dancing in the streets
So much for the America's Cup. They're saying, we got the Super 12, that's what they want.
Now let's have a look at Brady, somewhere at the back of the maul at the moment. Now the ball's under control at number 7, and he's over. Daniel Braid, the try scorer.
Yes, and have a look at Rush, the captain, and Carlos Spencer up behind him. That's Spencer in there. There's Spencer and Rush driving Braid over. Well, that's a clear cut. It's a great try. Captured magnificently by the camera.
He does just that. And the Blues lead by 11.
If you speak to the Blues later on, if they win this one, they'll say that's the sweetest try of all, because how often have you seen the Crusaders do that?
So, Hammett goes to Chris Jack, back it goes to Brad Thorne, here they come. Blues holding them up, just short.
Oh, here it is, look at the Marshall, defence being Marshall on the short side. So now they're going to go open side. It's like bees around the honeypot, isn't it?
Mark Hammett, he's already got 2 on the board so far. Now Marshall looking to shift that, and Carter stretching, and he's not there.
I'm going to go up.
No, hang on. He may be there.
Gutsy, are you there?
And it's going to be a decision made upstairs.
I don't think by the look of his face, I don't think he got it.
To the line or not.
I think he would have been happy. He'd know if he got it or not. I can't quite see whether it's touching the edge of that white short.
Conflicting replays, aren't they? That one says it might have touched the line. I'm not sure about this one. That's short there.
I reckon Andre Watson had the best view of all.
Yeah.
It's a big call, this.
Yeah, how crucial is it? This stage of the game when you think about it. That's a 7-pointer.
Michael Katzenella is the man upstairs. And he's lost it forward. That's the call. He didn't control it. Rush takes it out of the back. And now Gibson Spencer heaves it on. And the clearance down towards halfway where Leon McDonald waits. Feeds it off to Caleb Ralph. Ralph kicking it wide for Maddock. Maddock's got the bounce. Now it's with McCaw.
He's always there, McCaw, isn't he? Always there. Beautifully laid back.
Awkward pass, well snapped up by Mertens. They've got a chance out to the left here as Marshall keeps going. Now McDonald for the corner, and he's lost it. And he's in a bit of trouble too, Leon McDonald. Here's McDonald, and stretching.
Oh, he got the knee in the face. Got the knee right on the nose.
Muliaina coming across desperately, but he lost the ball in the dive anyway.
Yes, he did lose the ball.
And it really has to be now for the Crusaders. They have to score and then get back and score again if they want to retain their title.
Yep, they've got 5 minutes to do it.
And they got Broomhall Murray on the back of the scrum again. He's been patched.
Quick repair job. Yeah, he's a very competent number. He does everything right. Correct.
On the Crusaders side, now Somerville. Blues defence this season has been very, very good, just like the Crusaders. Now Marshall. The Mertens has a go. No room there. Ball lost back by Marshall. It's a loose ball. So it's another penalty by the looks of things, as Dave Hewitt is taken to ground. Now they get it wide. Chance here. Hamilton. Should have shifted it to the right. They've still got a chance.
From the side.
Here's a go at the line by Marshall. The ball bounces back. Oh, great hands, but I don't think he's got it down.
In the air. No advantage.
Playing advantage.
And Mertens was standing outside unmarked. How they never scored, I'll never know.
Here's Marshall. Fires the pass. Here's the try. Is it surely? Yes. Try is scored by Caleb Ralph.
Well, it took him a while to get the ball down. The master. Well, that's why you have a player like Mertens in your team. Major pressure on that if you think about it. That's turned it from 21-15 to 21-17. A try will win this game.
Marshall's going to tap. Big tackle by Rush on Hammett. Oh, that's a huge tackle. Not only was the tackle big, but the fact that they couldn't release it. And it's Blues ball now. Carlos Spencer. Just keep an eye on Carlos Spencer. I think we might have a drop kick coming up shortly.
Well, he's gone right back behind the scrum here. Carlos Spencer is directing proceedings. He's the key here.
They're out of the blocks very quickly, the Crusaders. He's run to the touchline. The game is over. The Blues have won the Super 12 title in 2003.
The Blues proved themselves worthy champions, and many in their ranks pushed their cause for an All Black jersey. Perhaps none more so than player of the tournament Carlos Spencer, who's really come of age. But the New Zealand teams in general sounded a warning to their Australian and South African counterparts. They had lifted Super 12 rugby to new heights and left the All Black selectors spoiled for choice. The gauntlet was thrown down to Australia and South Africa. The men in black looked superbly primed for the Tri-Nations and the holy grail that lay beyond, the Rugby World Cup.